NERroofing.com. Vic Porcelli.
Come on, you're Italian. You understand.
Every day is a busy day all of a sudden.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Tough and smart, and I love Italian, so, he's definitely Italian.
At least I have this show to come and talk about it and let some stuff up.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today?
The Vic Porcelli Show.
So many wise guys work at this radio station, you have no idea. All right, good morning,
I love it.
you freaking Friday freedom fighters.
Oh, nice. Alliteration,
An
my friend.
extra one.
Yeah, you
Just
did.
for you, Ken. It is Friday, and big show as always. David Stokes.
It's
Show-Me Institute.
Friday.
The entire segment with David Stokes is going to be about data centers. It's a hot topic. Towns want it. Towns don't want it. People want it. People don't want it. It's a big deal. Okay. We just got a letter. Ken, did we get a letter?
We did.
We got a letter. We'll talk about that. So, so sorry to hear about Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
The NASCAR driver. He's a NASCAR driver, right?
Mm-hmm.
He won 200 races. He's only 41 years old. He won 200 races. I'd call that legendary.
Yeah.
Is there a racing hall of fame? Do they have?
There is, and they said absolutely he was going to be in there at some point.
Yeah. And Caitlin Clark getting screwed again. No, they don't. WNBA doesn't. They've been given the biggest gift any league has ever been given, and they're screwing it up.
Yeah.
What are you watching with Kathy KAISER? Miller Time. Chris Cooper. Oh, Chris Cooper. I can ask him about hanging out with my girls, whatever. Chat box and wheel of audio clips. Ken, who is doing the Friday Pledge of Allegiance?
Yeah, Vic, from Connor Roofing, we got Jeff Lane.
Oh, go ahead, Jeff.
Hi, it's Jeff with Connor Roofing.
Hi, Jeff.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, for good or for bad, for better or for worse, I think everybody's talking about, the Stephen Colbert final show last night. Ken, I would be so embarrassed if I had anything to do with that show and watched how terribly produced it was. It was so bad.
I have a theory about some of this, and I just want to throw it out there because I didn't watch it at all, but I knew he's so tied up with TDS, and they're all collectively so tied up with this anger that they can't put on a good polished show. They're so angry that I think that element is causing them to have problems producing a show.
And big major stars are going to show up. Wow, big major stars. Bryan Cranston.
Man.
Paul Rudd.
Oh, really?
Wait, and
wow.
the biggest one, Ken, Tim Meadows from Saturday Night Live.
Who?
Yep. Those were the three big names. And then they had the joke that it was going to be the Pope. The Pope was going to be on the show. And
Did he show up?
No. Did he show up? But the big thing was Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney came out. And I got to tell you, Ken, it looked to me like Paul McCartney was not even having a good time being there.
Mm-hmm.
He was answering with just, one-word answers and short little answers and stuff. And then Paul McCartney walked away because they were having some kind of, they were trying to make it look like they were having some kind of electrical problem. They just kind of shook the camera. So Paul goes away. Stephen Colbert goes, and the five douchebags are there. You know the five douchebags?
Yeah.
Kimmel, Fallon, I don't know, the rest of them.
All of them, yeah.
And then they did this thing like it was some kind of crazy portal. It was just crazy. And then at the end, Paul did hello, goodbye. So it was like their little way. I say hello, you say goodbye, or whatever it was.
Hi, goodbye, yeah. And then I think Jeff nailed it. Paul McCartney was there because, well, he was then on Saturday Night Live. He was already in town. Hey, why not?
And Ken, the Beatles' first performance was in that theater on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Yeah.
And here's the new hipster thing. You don't say the Ed Sullivan Theater anymore. You just say the Ed Sullivan.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
They're the worst. I swear to God. I can't even.
It's frustrating.
It really is. But he's gone now. Byron Allen, I don't know.
Bye-bye.
Who he is. I never heard of Byron Allen until this.
He's gonna do comedy, but he's not gonna offend anybody, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Because comedy offends pretty much everybody.
Yep. Well,
at some point.
He promised. We'll see what happens. All right, let's go. Let's talk about data centers. Who wants them? Who doesn't want them? Every town, it seems, is having town hall meetings about it. So let's get caught up with the the heavyweight champion of municipal policy at the Show-Me Institute, David Stokes. Champ, how are you?
I'm doing great. Good morning, guys.
So,
feeling better, Dave?
Feel much better. Feel great. I've been back in the office this week.
Oh, good.
I'm 100% recuperated, but I still can't play golf though. Another month or so on that.
What's your what's going on?
Yeah, you had hip surgery, right? Or knee surgery?
Oh God, right. Okay, sorry about that. Glad you're feeling good. All right, let's move on. So data centers are the big talk, right? They're the town council meetings and town hall meetings that are packed with people and nobody wants them. I'm gonna be honest with everybody here. We like to try to be transparent. I didn't even realize that AI needed data centers. I don't. Why would I know that? You know what I mean? You're not going to say, yeah, you're right. Vic?
No, because that's what
everything needs data center. Like our modern life needs these data centers.
I don't think people knew that. I think people type stuff into Google and they get an answer. They don't know, where it comes from.
I understand that.
So anyway, Ken started talking about this first person I heard talk about it, like always. He's always on top of everything. And the water. You kept talking about the water, right?
Yeah.
So I said, build them near the water. What the hell's the big deal?
Right.
Well, and that's what they're trying to do. That's what they're looking to put them in now Montgomery County near I-70 right there. That's not that far from the water.
Right.
It's not that far from the Missouri River.
Right.
So we've got lots of water in Missouri. Sometimes the problem in Missouri is we have too much water with major flooding.
Right.
So we need these data centers for our modern economy, for our modern life. Most of the people screaming about them use the things that they provide without even knowing it. It's our whole life needs this type of storage and data and power and all that. And this crazy reaction in vehement opposition to them around the state is really peculiar. Now, I have a very limited opposition to them, in that every time they go, they demand these enormous tax subsidies.
Oh,
and I think that part's crazy. So I hope Montgomery County, that's the big announcement. Google wants to do an estimated $15 billion total project, which is awesome. I mean, I looked it up yesterday. The total assessed valuation of Montgomery County is $300 million. A little more than $300 million. That's the total assessed valuation of the whole county. And now they want to do a $15 billion project. I mean, can you just imagine what they could do to cut taxes in that county if this project goes? But no, they want to give it a giant tax subsidy to get it built, both state and local. And the exact amount of the local subsidy they're requesting / demanding isn't known yet. But that same county gave Amazon building a data center very close to where they are about $1 billion in tax subsidies. So I hope they say no to that, because we have the land and the water and the electricity and everything they need. And these data centers, in the same way that floods bring their own rain, these data centers are worth so much money they'll sort of bring their own tax cuts. So instead of giving Google a tax subsidy here, just cut everybody's taxes substantially when it starts building there, including the data center. And you can sort of have your cake and eat it too. But whether it's Forestville or Festus or downtown St. Louis or Montgomery County, and there's plenty of them out in Kansas City too, we need these things. And in Loudoun County, Virginia, this is the last thing I'll say. In Loudoun County, Virginia, which is one of the data center capitals of America, they have had dramatic tax cuts for the property taxes throughout that county in recent years because of the data centers. And I hope that's a path we can go down in Missouri. But we do not have to constantly be giving these tax subsidies that they're demanding every time they want to go anywhere.
Dave, I can understand why St. Charles County is rejecting data centers. I just think the idea of data centers is awesome, myself personally. If they, number one, supply their own electricity and then come up with new technologies to preserve the water. Some people think, though, that the water disappears forever. It's not that. It recycles into the system again. It's not like it's going away. But I understand why St. Charles County is saying no to it if they're going to have to do some kind of weird tax incentives to get them to do it. These companies, Dave, and I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but these companies would actually have no problem in finding places to go if they would just do what I just said about the electricity, the water, and then getting rid of the tax incentives. I think that's crazy.
Well, you made a lot of good points. The water part, people think they use a tremendous amount of water. They don't, because they're building these closed loop systems.
Yes.
So they reuse the same amount of water. But also they don't use, the average data center, even a large one, doesn't use, the amount of water we use on golf courses dwarf data centers. People don't realize how much a golf course uses in water. We have a lot of high-intensity water uses. And then if you learn what we use for farming out in the Southwest on, almond, to make almond milk, every time you buy almond milk, do you have any idea how much water was wasted to grow all those almonds so you can have your special milk? We use an enormous amount of water for an enormous amount of things. And the data center water thing, I think that one's really overhyped. Now, Google, in the latest one in Montgomery County, is a signer to that Trump administration agreement where they're going to pay for their own power. There are smaller data centers which aren't necessarily covered by that. But Google is promising, and they've agreed to with the administration, to make sure that the electric costs from their increased demand aren't going to be passed on to consumers in the Montgomery County area. And I hope that's true there. And I hope that would be true in many of them. But the fact is that we need to build more power in Missouri. We need to build more power plants for everybody, for data centers, for Ken's, awesome stereo system that he blasts the house with every night. For all of our uses, we need more power. And I'd love to see a couple new nuclear power plants in the state, not to mention more solar power and everything. So we need more power generally to provide the power we all need to plug in our Teslas and other electric vehicles before we drive to the protest over the data center. That's just how it works.
So, Dave, help me here. I'm a little confused. People clearly are against them, right? Just citizens, people packing town halls. St. Charles Council, as Ken mentioned, voted 7-1 to ban data centers. What is their problem with data centers? Is it environmental? Is it noise? I don't understand what the problem is, what they're complaining about. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It's all of those things. A lot of it, I think, is just people have this reaction that, people have no concept how the modern life that they're living needs these things, but they're just I don't want to just go in and tell people, but like the Luddites of a couple hundred years ago, they're just reacting to technological change. And the same people who are using this technology all the time, they just don't realize it or don't like it or whatever. But these aren't Mennonites protesting the data centers who never use it. They're people who probably use the data and these facilities all the time. As I joke about having the power to plug in your Tesla to drive to the protest. You need these things. So St. Charles' decision to ban them from the city of St. Charles, I think, is crazy. Yes, as a developed city, they don't have the land for these massive data centers. But data centers have done a lot of good in downtown St. Louis, where they have more of these in downtown St. Louis than you realize. And as the Business Journal wrote a couple months ago, they're the only type of business that's growing the tax base in the city of St. Louis right now. They're the only type of business that's expanding and adding more tax revenue to city coffers is the data centers in downtown. And I think it was crazy that people were opposing a data center in the Armory. What's wrong with it? Everything else in the Armory has failed. Somebody wants to put a data center in there, great. Now, it was allowed in the end in the Armory, which is a good thing. It's a perfect use for an empty warehouse. And you know what? farming is so much more efficient now than it used to be. And it's been improving for centuries and centuries, but it still is. We grow more food on less land than we used to, and that will continue. So if we use some of that land now for the data centers that our modern economy demands, that's a good thing. Nobody's going to starve because we build some data centers. So this absolute reaction that a lot of people have, and you're not wrong, guys, you're not wrong. I mean, we all see that, everybody in Festus gets voted out of office if they vote for it. Even one guy who voted against it was voted out just because he was on the city council. You see the anger here, but again, our modern economy needs these facilities. It needs these services, and they're a good thing. They use much less water than people fear. The electric demand pricing thing will be addressed, and finally, I guess there's the noise part, which has some legitimacy. If you're really close to it, that's not good. Nobody wants to hear it constantly, but we don't stop economic growth that society demands because of these issues. We're just going to have to address it over time. Stop the subsidies, and also I think that the traffic issues we didn't cover that much, and I think that's a legitimate thing. But if they can build their own electric plants themselves, whether it be nuclear or whatever it might be, micronuclear, then I think that's the way to go. Make them build their own plants so they can the community around them can benefit from their electricity. Amen. People are opposed to data centers. Wait till you find out that the solution to the problem is they get a new nuclear plant in their neighborhood for the data center. They're gonna love that.
I just thought if it was something health-wise or environmental-wise, if it's just the tax credits, then okay, then figure out a way to get them. We need them. I realize that now that we need them.
Yeah.
All right, Dave. David Stokes, heavyweight champion of municipal policy at the Show-Me Institute. David Stokes.
Thank you, Howard Cosell. And finally, my colleague Avery Franks is doing a lot of great work on data centers, and people can check it all out at showmeinstitute.org.
Got it right here. Got it printed up by Ken Williams right here. Have a great Memorial Day weekend, Dave.
You too, Vic. You too, Ken. Have a great one.
Take care,
Bye-bye.
Dave.
So, Ken, we got a long weekend going on here, you and me.
Yeah, we do.
I like that.
I love it. My daughter, Abby, is her final moments of being home probably for a long time.
Oh.
We're just having a big party for her for graduating.
It's the worst.
Missouri S&T.
Can I tell you, it's the worst. Chris, he lives in Oklahoma. I hate that I don't get to talk to him. He makes me laugh. I just... all gone. All right, so yesterday, or maybe the day before, Senator Ted Cruz took Senator Hirono from Hawaii, put her over his knee, and spanked her ass. Big time.
Oh, yeah.
And even after it, she was still defiant about what he was saying. That's next on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL. Welcome home.
Watch us on our live stream using Rumble, Facebook, and Twitter. The Vic Porcelli Show.
We're not going to Disney World or any other world.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL. 101.9 and 94.1.
They lying about what's going on in America. They lying about it.
News Talk STL.
1949, the last time a Republican held the top post in St. Louis City. A gallon of milk was 84 cents, and streetcars ran down Grand Avenue. Unfortunately, St. Louis City streets are no longer the epicenter of family and business life. In the 80 years of Democrat control, our city has been on a steady decline.
Hello, Kirk Ilsinger, chairman of the Republican Party for the city of St. Louis, and we believe it is our duty to provide a different path forward. I invite you to our meetings the first Thursday of every month. Learn more at stl-gop.com.
Paid for by St. Louis City Republican PAC. Curtis Farber, Treasurer.
The Herzog Foundation is the vision of its founder, Stanley Herzog, and it exists to promote quality Christ-centered K-12 education nationwide.
Hi, this is Chris Stegall with the Herzog Foundation. We offer a wide variety of resources relevant to today's families, including a free online publication called The Lion. The lion is one of God's most majestic creatures, symbolizing strength and courage. Named for its attributes, the Lion publication carries articles covering a wide range of topics facing American families and culture, especially related to the education of children. The Lion can be found online at readlion.com. That's READ lion.com.
Sign up for The Lion at readlion.com and find dozens of must-read articles published every day. Visit readlion.com and subscribe for the weekly and daily digests so you never miss an article. Readlion.com. That's readlion.com.
I think you're a little confused.
News, analysis, opinion.
I've got something to say and I can't hold it any longer.
101.9 and 94.1.
You won't hear the truth anywhere but here. NewstalkSTL.
News Talk STL. Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. The Vic Porcelli Show.
Keep your friends close, but your enemies close.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
Ken, be honest with me. Do you or do you not think that President Trump is just keeping his friends close and his enemies closer with this whole Iran thing?
Oh, I absolutely do. I think he does that with leaders from around the world.
Because, I'm frustrated. Everybody's frustrated. Bomb them. Bomb the stuff out of them.
Don't you cuss on this here radio.
But he'll do it, I think, when the time is right.
Yes.
And the only reason people are saying they're doing it now is because the gas prices are high. Well, guess what? Gas prices are so high that there's going to be a record number of people driving on the highways this Memorial Day weekend.
And remember this. During the Biden administration, this was the norm.
Yeah.
Okay, for a long time. And not one time did the media say anything about it then.
You going to do that now?
No.
Okay. I need to prepare for the media thing. But, the thing I want to say, though, is this weekend, this Memorial Day weekend, more people will be out on the road driving with $4.50 a gallon gas than ever before.
Ever, yeah.
Even when the prices were low 10 years ago. If it's the most, then when gas was 37 cents a gallon, this is more. You know what I mean? This is more people out on the road driving.
Yeah.
So my point is the gas prices will, of course, go down. We're not going to have $4.50 a gallon prices for the rest of our lives.
No.
That's what they make it sound like, though.
Right. And yeah, we're frustrated. Okay, great. And also the dealings of the actual communication between Iran and President Trump. People are saying, see, he's flip-flopping back and forth. No, he's not. It's a negotiation with Islamic regime that we don't even know who the leaders are. I don't even know if they know who the leaders are.
You know what?
They're just trying to figure it out. And at some point, I believe President Trump's going to say, okay, enough.
Yeah. Watch The Godfather, okay? You want to learn about 4D chess, 3D chess? Watch The Godfather. When Michael tells Frankie Pantangeli, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. It's like a big joke now. Everybody uses it in everyday language sometimes.
Right.
But that's literally what I think he's doing because they are literally the enemy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's keeping them close so he knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right. I'll let him worry about that. I'm too busy. I can't run the world. By the way, Ken has a really cool U.S. Border Patrol hat on. Show that to the camera, Ken.
Yeah.
That looks really cool, man.
It was sent over to me by a listener, Gary, and I'm going to use it for something, hopefully a video this weekend. And it has to do with ice and a sign on a bagel company.
Okay. More importantly, where the hell's my Border Patrol hat?
Well, he gave it to me for the express purpose of using it for this thing I want to do.
But no hat for Vic.
I don't know if he had another one.
I don't think he does because you got yours and I don't have mine.
Probably not.
Damn it. All right. So I think Senator Ted Cruz, a lot of people get on him. You know what? Right now he's supporting the president's every move, and I think that's an important thing to do. And what's her first? Is it Maisie or Daisy Hirono? What's her first?
Maisie.
Maisie?
Maisie.
What kind of name is that, by the way, first of all?
It's the name.
Maisie Hirono from Hawaii, who always has the stupidest things to say, said that the Republicans are racist and everything else, and watch Ted Cruz spank her ass.
Our colleague, Senator Hirono, said there's a lot more to say. And in fact, I want to go back to her comments. She began by saying we have a long history of racial discrimination in this country. That's undoubtedly correct. And then she said, quote, we had poll taxes, we had literacy tests, we even had tests of how many jelly beans are in a jar. Mr. Chamberlain, when Senator Hirono says we had poll taxes, I want to ask you who we is, and in particular, what party was it that implemented poll taxes in the South?
And I don't want to necessarily speak in every single case, but I'm pretty confident it was mostly the Democrats.
And what party was it that put literacy tests in place in the South?
Same answer, mostly the Democrats.
And what party was it that had tests like how many jelly beans are in a bottle?
The Democrats.
Tell me, what party were the founders of the Ku Klux Klan from?
I'm pretty sure that was the Democrats.
Indeed. In fact, Nathan Bedford Forrest, the founder of the Klan, was a delegate to the 1860 Democrat National Convention. What party wrote the Jim Crow laws in the South?
The Democrats.
So great. So great. First of all, that kid is perfectly snarky for the answers to Ted Cruz's questions.
And I agree with that, but I don't even think it's snark. I think he's just saying, look, this is the truth.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
His face said snark all over it to Mazie Hirono.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, he could have said, Senator Hirono, the Democrats. Yes, Senator Cruz?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
No. Okay.
Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
No, it doesn't matter now. Sorry. So
I think what he was doing is establishing. All right, so there's no question here. There is no question in this room. The Democrats were the racist party from the start.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much where he laid it right there at that point.
Yeah, and I think he was perfectly snarky when the question was about the Ku Klux Klan. What party started the Ku Klux Klan? He goes, well, I believe it was a Democrat.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he was perfect. I don't know if Cruz or anybody prepped him first. Be a wise ass up there. It's fine. You know?
I don't think so, because that's not what Republicans do.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know. The kid was great, though. I loved him. Chamberlain is his name. So there's more. More Ted Cruz giving it to Mazie Hirono.
And in this one, he kind of does the other part of the argument.
Oh, go.
So on this side of the aisle were members of the Republican Party. Who was the first Republican president?
Abraham Lincoln.
The Republican Party was literally founded to oppose slavery. We came into existence because slavery was a grotesque evil, and it was President Lincoln, the first Republican president, who signed the Emancipation Proclamation, who won the Civil War, and that resulted in the freeing of the slaves and the passage of the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments. By the way, fast forward to the Civil Rights era. Bull Connor, one of the most noxiously racist politicians. What party was he from?
He was a Democrat.
The Democrats, for the entire history of their party, have been a party based on racial discrimination. They affirmatively embrace it. They support it. Let me ask you, Mr. Grime, is discriminating based on race consistent with the United States Constitution?
No.
Robert Byrd was a high-level leader in the Democrat Party and in the KKK.
So who do you blame for all this, Ken?
What's that?
Who do you blame for all this?
For all what?
For them saying that Trump is the racist and Republicans are the racist. Who do we blame?
The freaking media.
Us. No, us. Why didn't we come out every day and say, you know, Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves and he was a Republican. You know, the Klan was started by the Democrat. That should be spoken just to get on their nerves every session, every committee hearing, every single day.
Absolutely agree with you, and that's being on the offensive. That's what we try to do here on this show, and that's why we're even playing this today, because Ted Cruz, spot on, and she had nothing to say about it.
Nothing.
And I wanted to cover, it was 7 minutes long, Vic, but Mazie Hirono, you said it earlier, she has nothing to say of any she's just nonsense.
Well, she's like, Senator, don't lecture us. We don't need to be lectured. Excuse me, you do need to be lectured. You need to be in a classroom, and Ted Cruz is at the front of the board there, and he writes down Abraham Lincoln, freed the slaves, Republican, KKK, started by the Democrats. You know what I mean? They do need to be lectured, because don't tell me they don't know. They know.
And if you read history, Mazie Hirono, you'll realize that what Ted Cruz was talking about, the Republican Party, its inception, it was created to stop slavery. The Republican Party was literally created to abolish slavery.
Yep.
The abolitionists, the original abolitionists, were the Republican Party.
All right, I brought this in for Ken. I may need it myself. So what we're going to do here, Ken, first of all, we got a letter.
Yes.
So when we come back, we'll just read the letter. And then what I have here in front of me, I'll hold up to the camera. See, if you don't watch the stream, not only are you missing all the handsomeness in this room, but you're missing all the intricacies of what happens. So what I'm holding up is my wife's blood pressure kit machine cuff. Because I have said for the last 5 years that when Ken gets on a roll and when he's pissed off, his blood pressure's got to be going up. So I said to him, Ken, what can we do today to talk about something that really gets you mad? Make really make me mad. And he said, well, the media. I said, perfect. So when we come back, we're going to put this blood pressure cuff on Ken's arm. I'm going to let him go nuts. I'm not going to say anything. You just go. Anything you want to say. I mean, I'll be here if you need me.
Okay.
And we'll see we'll take your blood pressure before you start it, and then we'll take your blood pressure after you're done.
All right, I'll take a deep breath.
Deep breath. You got to relax, okay? All right. And we just got a letter. That's next on 1019-94.1 News Talk STL. Celebrating 5 years in this year of the semi-quincentennial.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
Stream the Vic Porcelli Show at NewstalkSTL. The Vic Porcelli Show.
If you try anything to raise the cost of producing jobs, I will veto it.
I want to be clear.
On NewstalkSTL.
Coming up later on the show, Chris Cooper, who I thought was my great friend, apparently not, hanging out with Diane Wood.
I think he's a great friend.
Listen to me. Diane Wood and the Trolley Stop Bakery is the official bakery of this show.
Right.
Not the Fun with Finance show. This show. Right?
Right.
Connor Roofing, we've been talking to the Connor. I almost said Sarah Connor. Are you Sarah Connor? Kathy and Rob Connor.
Screw your freedom.
Right? And, so Kathy's hanging out with Chris. Okay, fine. He's coming in today.
Yes.
So I'm going to give him a piece of my mind.
Okay.
Yeah. That sounds frightening, don't I?
Yeah.
So Chris Cooper does know what he's talking about. I'll give him that. He wants to have a conversation with you, and I think that's the best part of what he does. He doesn't talk down to you. He doesn't lecture Mazie Hirono. He just has a conversation, even with her. And he'll figure out how you can find tax-efficient solutions to keep your money and have the retirement, in his words, that you deserve. And I think that's fair, and I think that's good.
Yeah.
Also, he's got some books that you can read. The Business Owner's Playbook for Financial Clarity. You can find that at serenitynowbiz.com. And the two original books, serenitynowtax.com, is where you get new holistic retirement and tax-free strategies for long-term care. And the radio show is...
The radio show is fun with finance. You can't deny it.
I can't
It's
deny
a feature that is so fun.
I can't deny it. Serenity Now with Chris Trooper.
Investment
Cooper.
advice
Cooper.
offered through Fortis
Cooper.
Capital Advisors.
Serenity now!
On the next
Larry Connors USA.
With Larry Connors USA, you get news, analysis, opinion, and education.
Larry Connors USA. Now weeknights 6 until 8 on News Talk STL.
Everyone deserves a safe place to call home. Cedar Oak in High Ridge is a unique ministry providing more than just shelter. They offer hope, support, and a compassionate community for individuals rebuilding their lives. Since 2023, they've helped those facing housing challenges, especially when addiction has been part of their journey. At Cedar Oak, you'll find personalized care, empowerment, and real long-term solutions. Take the next step. Visit cedaroak.org. Cedar Oak, where new beginnings take root.
I'm Dr. TJ, owner of the Institute of Natural Health, co-owner of Optimal Nutraceuticals, and the host of Wellness One. Wellness One is designed to cut through the nonsense and provide you common-sense science-based information regarding health and wellness. On the show, we discuss topics like thyroid health, gut health, hormone optimization, and many others. Our show airs Saturdays at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. and Sundays at 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. right here on NewstalkSTL. And you can visit us at inhstl.com. That's inhstl.com.
Spring has sprung at Daniel's Farming Greenhouses on Joggerman and St. Peters. Discover our breathtaking 55,000 square feet of greenhouses featuring 8,000 hanging baskets, hundreds of perennials, and 100,000 pods of colorful annuals. From vegetable plants to premium grass seed, mulch to herbs, our knowledgeable staff is ready to answer all your questions. Start spring off right with pansies, potted tulips, and everything your garden craves. Daniel's Farming Greenhouses. Visit us today on Joggerman or online at danielsfarmandgreenhouses.com.
Looking for unbelievable deals? Stop by Overstock Outlet in Lake St. Louis or Warrenton, open 7 days a week. Discover big savings on a huge variety of merchandise with no hassle. Just great prices. Visit us in Lake St. Louis on Highway N or in Warrenton on Boones Lake. Check out our Facebook page at Overstock Outlet Lake St. Louis or go online to overstockoutletstl.com. Unbeatable value, friendly service, and you never know what we'll have at Overstock Outlet.
Tony Colombo here for All Solutions Pest Control, the team Christine and I trust to protect our home. We've used multiple services at multiple homes over the years, and I can tell you from all that experience, All Solutions is second to none. If you have a pest problem of any kind, or more importantly, just want to prevent a problem, All Solutions is the team to call. Learn more and take advantage of their incredible $67 introductory offer right now at allsolutionspestcontrol.com.
If a pest-free home is your goal, call All Solutions Pest Control.
Whoosh.
It's Friday!
Hi, this is Jefferson County Councilman Billy Crow with a reminder to check out our new show, Jeffco Patriot Radio, this and every Sunday at high noon. Now, back to the Vic Porcelli Show.
All right, thank you, Councilman Crow. Morning show sounded great this morning with Billy Crow.
Yeah.
Susie Moore. June 2nd's creeping up on us. That's the big date of the wrestling match, also known as a debate. But wrestling match sounds so much
more fun.
Right, Ken? Tuesday, June 2nd, NewstalkSTL, the Hammond Institute for Free Enterprise, and the St. Charles County Republican Central Committee will be hosting a live debate at Lindenwood University at the J. Scheidegger Center for the Arts. Okay, Jason Law, Bill Eigel, Steve Ellman, all will be there wrestling, and Tim and Chris are going to do their show from there. So that's going to be the official tailgate party, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And doors open at 5:45. Program starts at 6:30, and the wrestling starts live on NewstalkSTL at 7. It's all brought to you by Mid-Rivers News Magazine and Lewis and Clark Pachyderms Club. Go to NewstalkSTL for more info. Oh, my God!
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from?
Well, it's from Neil.
Thanks, Neil.
Yeah, Neil. So here's the deal. This is let's read it and then we'll talk about it because it was it just makes me smile. Ken, what? What?
He sent it to me to forward to you.
Well, he didn't put my name in the thing, did he?
Okay, Vic and Ken.
It doesn't say that.
Okay.
It says Ken. I had the pleasure of meeting Jeff Allen.
Yeah.
He's our boss.
Yes.
At Mike Ferguson's ball game last night in O'Fallon. Mike plays old man baseball. He calls it that. I'm not saying it. He calls it old man baseball. I also met Mike. Who's Mike?
Mike Ferguson.
Oh, duh. I'm so sorry. Oh, God. I am so stupid. I also met Mike. Great guys. I really bragged you and Vic up to Jeff. Thank you. That's always condoned.
We love that.
Anytime you find Jeff, I love that Vic and Ken. It's probably a good time to ask for a raise.
Yeah. That would be. See, I misunderstood him then.
Love your show. God bless you both. Neil Westhoff. So funny. Oh, my God.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from?
So here's the cool thing about that. Neil Westhoff was not there to watch Mike Ferguson play baseball. It was just coincidence that he was there to watch, I think, his son play ball.
He was pitching, I believe, yeah.
His son was pitching.
Yeah.
And he sees a guy with a News Talk STL shirt and says, hey, I listened to that station too. I listened to that station too. He didn't know Jeff was the boss? He was just a guy with a News Talk shirt on.
Right.
So he thought he was a fan, just thought Jeff was a fan.
Right.
Oh, I listen to that station too. And Jeff goes, well, actually, I take the guys outside and beat them every day because I'm their boss. And then he started talking about us, and I think that's great. So, Neil, thank you so much. Thank you for talking us up to the bosses. Anytime you want, you can do that, by the way.
Yeah, I replied to him. We really appreciate you taking the time to let me know. Thanks for taking us along with you each day. And, by the way, the check's in the mail.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, perfect. The raise. Don't forget the raise.
The raise, yeah.
All right. So thanks, Neil. We really appreciate you very much. All right. So what we're going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, right before your very ears, is a medical evaluation.
I'm trying to calm
yourself, of Ken Williams. You have to understand, I've been sitting across watching him for 5 years, and there are certain topics, I know it in his face, okay? And with my wife, too. I know when she's mad. I don't say anything. I just shut up. I can look at you, and I know when you're mad, and I know when a topic gets under your nerves, and I always say, probably raises your blood pressure. You agree?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I brought in my wife's blood pressure cuff. You can see it on Ken's arm if you take a look at the streaming screen. All right, Ken, so what I want to do is take your blood pressure now.
Okay.
Let you go nuts on the media.
So just hit
start. Let you go nuts on the media. You got to relax, man.
Okay.
You got to shut up, too. You going to be able to do that?
Too much right now, though.
Is it getting tight?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're gonna see what it is after he rants about the media. I'm not going to say much because the more Ken talks, the more mad he gets. Still getting tight?
Mm.
Okay. Let me know when it starts to loosen up and you hear the...
What's tight? It's tight, very tight right now.
You okay, though?
I'm fine.
Okay. Have you ever had your blood pressure taken before?
Well, sure.
Is it relatively good?
Yeah, normally it's very good.
Okay. I guarantee it's not going to be relatively good in about 10 minutes. What's it doing now?
It's pulsating.
Yeah, there you go. So it's taking your blood pressure. Look at the thing.
Okay.
The screen.
Okay.
And when it's counting down right now, right?
Yeah.
So when it stops counting down and stops, it'll put two numbers up there, your diastolic and your systolic numbers.
Okay.
You let me know when that stops, and just tell me if it's good or not good, or normal or not normal. Because in full transparency, I don't think we need to say what Ken's blood pressure is. That's like...
Well, yeah, but I'm in full mode right now, so that's a little more difficult because usually my numbers are lower than what that says.
Is that right?
No, true.
Okay, yeah, I believe him. Don't yell at me.
It says it's a little high, but it's kind of on the borderline.
Okay, so it's normal, kind of normal, maybe a little bit more than it normally would, but not crazy.
Yeah, because I just had it done the other day, and he's like, "Oh, you got good blood pressure."
So Ken, let's start. Oh, the doctor said you got good blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Good, fantastic. So let's talk about the media, shall we? And the way the media covers politics, covers the president, covers the White House, and everybody involved with the White House. Go.
Well, first of all, Vic, there are two things that I think revolve around. Well, everything revolves around two things: money, follow the money wherever you go, and the media. It always ends with the media. If you think about everything that we talk about, people only find out through what? The media. And like just for example, this morning, they were talking about that fund, the anti-weaponization fund that President Trump is trying to put out for people who are experiencing issues with being criminalized by the government.
Weaponized.
It's been weaponized, yeah, and primarily by the Biden administration. You can give examples about it all day, but not the media. No, what the media will do is they'll go in and they show, first of all, the rioters, they called them, okay, and J6, and then they show them breaking down windows and punching cops. Yes, those were there, and those people should be criminalized and put in jail. But these were, for the most part, the media has demonized them to the point that the Biden administration, and they didn't report this, by the way. They never reported this one time in the mainstream media, that these, I call them protesters, were never represented, never got representation before they went to prison, and they were many of them in prison for years without any representation, and actually, while they were incarcerated, hurt by guards and everything, and no one did an expose on it. It goes down to the media again. People work every day, Vic. They work so hard to just make ends meet. They come home. My wife she has 2 jobs, and she comes home. She's tired. She doesn't need to turn on the news and go investigate the news. So what she do?
To relax.
She needs to relax. But what she do? She turns on the TV. There's NBC. There's ABC, CBS. And what are they talking about? How bad President Trump is. He's so bad that he shouldn't even be president. And they're talking about the most ridiculous things that you and I go on the following day and have to debunk every bit of it. And that's my biggest problem. Yes, I talk about Islam. They never mention one word, not one single word about Islam, ever. And there are big problems in this country regarding that. There are people inside this country that are wanting to destroy us, and they don't mention one thing about it. Just one example of many.
And we always say when they don't mention it, we know we're right.
Yes. And isn't that the scariest part of it? That's a tell. When they don't mention it, we automatically know that they're hiding something.
And what do you call that?
Lying by omission.
There you
Vic.
go.
But the problem is that when I say low information voters and people just listening, I don't mean they're unintelligent. I'm saying they get the low information because they work all day and they come home and all they do is turn on the channel. Well, there's Lamas and he's talking about Bed Lama, and he's talking about things like the things that are just not true for the most part.
All right, now hit the start button again. We'll see how you did there. I'm just concerned about my partner's health. You know what I'm saying? Because I see it in his face. His face gets red. He's got this thing he does with his mouth. He wants to come here. That kind of a look you have. You know what I mean? When you talk about the media. And especially the lying by omission. And
that part.
I'm telling you, when you watch a Today Show and it's a story you heard Vic and Ken talk about the day before and they don't even mention it, you know Vic and Ken was right.
Exactly right.
Yeah. How's it going? Is it tightening up on you?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I got my blood pressure taken the other day. Bad results. Well, no, inaccurate results, my wife says. My wife, she'll just say stuff with no backing, no, things that she can look at. She just knows. And she goes, that blood pressure was not right.
Oh, it says E2.
Oh, see? That's bad.
What?
That's really bad, Ken.
What do you mean really bad?
That means you're going to explode.
Nuh-uh.
Mm-hmm. You're just going to explode. It's going to be Ken shrapnel flying around the city.
That's got to be an error, right?
It's high. I mean, it's high. Clearly, it's high.
Oh, really?
Yes. What do you think? I'm lying to you
all
these years?
No, I just thought you were joking about the E2.
Take that off.
Okay.
Before it
blows up.
Or you squeezes your arm so you got no feeling left in your fingers.
I'm already feeling that.
Yeah.
My hand's limp.
Yep.
No,
yep,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So, the point is, I think sometimes the things that happen in this country that Ken and I talk about is affecting our health. I really do. It's they're trying to make us feel like we're the stupid ones, like Mazie Hirono does.
And I try to keep calm about it, and I try to ask questions. I think that's a big part of it. You've got to ask questions about these things. When you hear something that's a lie.
Who?
We do.
You and me?
Yeah.
Or everyone?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Yes, everyone. But I'm saying starting with this show, we have to ask the questions and find out the information.
Yeah, because if you don't ask questions, you said something, Ken. You said low information, and you said they're not
unintelligent.
Right. They're not stupid, but they're ignorant.
Yes.
Ignorant to the facts of what really are the facts.
And it's sad. Because I want to know whether it's right or wrong. I hear this information, I read this stuff about President Trump, and some of the things I'm like, you shouldn't be doing that, dude. But these are the other things that I agree with for the most part. So I'm not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I'm just going to say, okay, I need to put all this together, and here's the summation of what we're going to talk about.
I think you're excellent at it, Ken. I really do.
Well, thanks, Vic. E3 is that's
very bad.
That's not good.
Look
right?
up E3. That happens right before you die. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh,
it's a joke. But I'm pretty sure that it's high.
I think on some level it's therapeutic for me, though. I really do.
I think you're right. Now you said something in that little thing you just said. You said you don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater. Do you know how that started?
Mm-mm.
Back in the days when there wasn't plumbing. They'd go out and they'd fill up this big tub with water from the pump, and they'd fill up the bathtub, and the baby was always last to be washed.
Oh, okay.
So by the time the baby got in there, the water's all, dirty. You can't see,
Okay.
So you might throw out the baby with the bathwater because you can't see the baby.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's where that came from.
Huh.
So don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Don't.
Crazy
Don't
thing.
do that.
How did they live back then? I swear to God, I constantly think about what was it like before, right?
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Right?
Yeah.
And how good we have it. What did they do before running water? What did they do before electricity? What did they do, Ken, before somebody found out a way to remove hair from your body, right? Facial hair and stuff. Because back before then, the women had these hairy armpits that probably are like 12 inches long, the hair, right? And hair under, Italian women, they get that little mustache,
Yeah.
So before there was any way to get rid of that, they must have looked like Mario with the big mustache. Come on, let's reproduce. Come on, let's procreate. Come on, come here. And the guy's like, no, God, no. Because they also had no hygiene. I'm sure they smelled like animals, right?
You mean people in general?
Yeah, why?
No, just the visuals you're creating.
Isn't that what would happen, though? Ken, there had to be a time. There had to be a time in history when there was no way to remove hair from your body.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I just talked the men must look like Sasquatch, right? Before you can take hair off your body.
We're in better shape today than we were then.
God, yes. Holy cow. So you don't have to worry about throwing out the baby with the bathwater.
No, right.
Yep. All right, coming up next, we lost a NASCAR legend, and what in the heck is going on with Caitlin Clark? They're still not leaving her alone.
Man.
That's next.
Got scrap metal, junk cars, or old appliances taking up space? Turn that clutter into cash. Since 1968, 21 Recycling and Scrap Metal has been the area's trusted name for recycling. We buy copper, brass, aluminum cans, scrap iron, wheels, catalytic converters, AC units, water heaters, washers, dryers, and yes, junk cars too. With our brand new truck scale on premises, getting paid is fast and easy. Old Highway 21 by Highway M or 21-recycling.com.
The Laborers International Union of North America, Local 110, was formed in 1933 and from the beginning has strived for progress and the well-being of others. The laborers of Local 110 are hardworking men and women who take pride in their great work. They are the fastest growing union of construction workers and one of the most effective unions representing plants and quarries. Laborers Local 110 has the best medical benefits, pension, education, and heavy construction training in the market. Visit lu110.com and start your future today.
Looking for insurance you can truly trust? Since 1986, Bauer Insurance Agency has been protecting families and businesses across Missouri and Illinois. Owner Cindy Blanton doesn't just offer one quote. She shops all the top carriers like Progressive, Travelers, Safeco, and more to find you the best rates. Whether it's your home, auto, toys, or business, we've got you covered. Visit us at Mid-Rivers Mall in St. Peters or call 636-812-2001. Bauer Insurance Agency, the company that protects, the name you can trust.
When insurance companies know you're represented by Under Law, they know Under is not going to let you be pushed around. Their reputation is built on years of courtroom battles. If you suffer an injury or damage to your property, serve the insurance company notice. You have Under Law on your side. A St. Louis firm you can trust to protect you at every term. Don't settle for less. You want to win? Believe me, Under wins. Under, O-N-D-R, underlaw.com.
KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Bellefonte, KNBS Bowling Green. This is News Talk STL at 1019, 94.1, and always streaming at NewstalkSTL.com.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. President Trump says for decades, American presidents have considered actively intervening in Cuba. But in Mr. Trump's words, it looks like I'll be the one that does it. Secretary of State Rubio says the Trump administration would prefer to resolve differences with Cuba peacefully, but he doubts the U.S. can reach a diplomatic resolution with the island's communist regime. The secretary is in Sweden for a NATO foreign ministers meeting. He says freedom of navigation in the Strait of Hormuz is more important to other NATO members than it is to the U.S., suggesting the allies might want to lend a hand should the U.S. have to force the issue with Iran. President Trump says the U.S. will be sending an additional 5,000 troops to Poland. The move comes as 5,000 American troops are pulled out of Germany. It's a lengthy prison sentence for a Minnesota woman, the center of a massive fraud scandal, ripped off taxpayers to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars.
In what is billed by officials as the largest COVID-19 fraud scheme in the country, Amy Bach has been sentenced to nearly 42 years in prison. Bach ran Feeding Our Future and was convicted in a staggering $250 million fraud case that helped ignite an immigration crackdown in Minnesota by the Trump administration. After the sentencing, authorities held a news conference to announce charges against 15 more people accused of fraud and receiving federal payments for a variety of social services administered through Minnesota's state government. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
A NASCAR icon is dead. Kyle Busch was just 41 years old. His family says he died after being hospitalized, survived by his wife and 2 children. Wall Street looks like it's heading for another winning week. The Dow is up 278 points and the NASDAQ ahead 116. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free, no-risk consultation. 800-292-7875. 800-292-7875. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-292-7875.
This hour of News Talk STL brought to you by Chris Cooper and Serenity Wealth Management. Business owners, download your free playbook for financial clarity at SerenityWealthBiz.com. That's SerenityWealthBiz.com. From the Michaels Flooring Outlet Weather Center.
I'm meteorologist Shan Scotch with your first alert forecast. We're going to continue to track temperatures into the upper 60s with some scattered showers. That starts to appear during the afternoon hours, lasting through the early evening and early overnight hours. Saturday looking dry. Temperatures back towards the lower 80s until we head towards the late afternoon, early evening hours. Could see some isolated chances of showers and storms. More chances of scattered showers into Sunday. Then Monday, temperatures towards mid to lower 80s, looking drier for much of the region. From the First Alert 4 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Shan Scotch.
Vic Porcelli.
Come on, you're Italian. You understand.
Every day is a busy day all of a sudden.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Tough and smart, and I love Italian, so, he's definitely Italian.
At least I have this show to come and talk about it and let some stuff up.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today?
The Vic Porcelli Show.
All right, hour number 2 of our 3-hour tour, courtesy of Kenneth James Williams. Lots to do here in 2 hours. What are you watching? Kathy KAISER coming up. And Kathy has given us, is that okay to say this? That she gave us the thing that we can put on the website?
Oh, yes.
Great.
Yeah.
So you can read along as you can read silently as we read aloud. Something like that.
Yeah.
Miller time at 10:41. Chris Cooper from Serenity Wealth Management at 11:05. Chat box and wheel of audio clips. Okay, so Kyle Busch has passed away, NASCAR driver, a legend, right?
Heading that way, we know that.
Hall of Fame credentials?
Yes.
Okay. He won 200 races, and he's only 41 years old.
Yeah.
And when you hear, and this is why I want to beat my brain back, because when you hear somebody like Kyle Busch dies at 41 years old, what's the first thing you want to know? How did he die? How does a guy, an athlete, an athlete, 41 years old, how does he die? So apparently he was hospitalized with a severe illness and died sometime Thursday afternoon with no cause of death given. I guess we'll get that eventually.
I hope so, because everybody just wants to know. And apparently he had a sinus infection really bad or something like that when he was driving, and he had to get some medical help while driving in one of the races. He came in 8th place. because he said, I need a shot or something like that.
The Associated Press has since reported that Bush collapsed in a Chevy simulator. What's a Chevy simulator?
Yeah, it's actually like a video game you're racing.
Oh.
Yeah, for practice.
I love it. Transported to a hospital in Charlotte and died at the hospital. NASCAR called Bush a future Hall of Famer, a rare talent in a release Thursday morning. I don't know much about car racing. I'm all for it. Everybody loves it, but I just don't follow it. That's all,
Yeah, I had a brother-in-law who just was crazy about it.
So when I started to read about Kyle Busch, I had heard the name, of course, but I couldn't tell you how many races he won or what races he won. I'm sure the Daytona 500 is one of the races he would be in, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
That's a stock car race, right?
Yeah, I don't know all the races. I just know that every year they go down to. My brother-in-law would take a big camper and go down to Florida, and they would park in the middle. I mean, they were in it. There are hundreds of. It's like a community.
Yeah.
When they do these races,
I wonder how many people fit in that. We were talking about the Kentucky Derby. Over 100,000 people are in attendance.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder how many people are in attendance at a race like that. So, I don't know why I want to bring this up. I guess because it's still NASCAR. But we had a great friend who we worked with, Dave Jones.
Yeah.
Dave was a great guy. He's not dead. Dave is a great guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
We just don't work with him anymore.
Yeah.
And we used to hang out every Friday at the train wreck for 7 years.
Right, right.
And he loved NASCAR racing. And he went to the Daytona 500 one of the years that we were working with him. And that was that he was there in the crowd when Dale Earnhardt hit the wall.
Oh, really?
And died. Yeah,
Wow.
Dave was there. And I bring it up because he said people in the stands had no idea anything was wrong. What's going on? Because it didn't look like the car didn't explode. The car didn't even crunch.
No.
There must have been some kind of weird thing.
It was the angle at which he hit the wall at the speed he was going. And when he hit, it was like it would be equated to like hitting a brick wall dead stop at 200 miles an hour.
Yeah. And and it's another thing is you forget how actually fast they're going. And they're going that. So anyway, my point is that not only did we watching television not know anything was wrong with Dale Earnhardt, the people in the crowd had no idea either.
Yeah.
Now Kyle Busch gets some illness, goes to the hospital. Next thing, he's dead. 41 years old. I guess one day they'll tell us what it was. I'm not in any rush to know now. Now that I know it wasn't a accident or anything.
Yeah.
Self-inflicted.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird that they even mentioned the sinus infection thing, though.
They just talk. They just talk. Somebody might have seen him using Afrin one day. Oh, he's got sinus problems.
No, he said he had sinus issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, he's gone. 41 years old. Kyle Busch. And the most chilling thing about the entire story is that a text that he wrote to, I guess, his wife, he said, "You never know when the last one is."
Yep.
So, rest in peace there, Kyle Busch. I want to take a couple of minutes here, Ken, to talk about Caitlin Clark. Come back to the radio. Where are you going? Come here. Sit down. Listen, not you. Listen. I'm not an expert in anything, but I happened to catch some highlights of Caitlin Clark when she was a sophomore in college at Iowa.
And I remember that. You would come in here and be like, this player from college, she's really exciting.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm going to watch her more.
What they call logo threes, 3-point shots that are closer to the midcourt line than the 3-point line. So I started watching her in junior year. I was like, this girl's fantastic. And then the senior year, of course, when she broke the all-time scoring list, boys or girls, by the way. And, Dave was like, damn it. And now she's in the WNBA. What I don't understand, Ken, when you have been given the biggest gift that any league has ever been given, I think Caitlin Clark is that person.
Well, yeah, rewind the WNBA for a few years back, and they were flying the most least expensive coaches in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, when they would fly just regular plane. They wouldn't have private planes or anything.
And now they do.
And they were making minimum wages.
Yep.
And then when Caitlin Clark came in, suddenly people were paying attention. She was filling arenas. They had to move. Like when Indiana Fever would play another team in another city, the other team would have to move to the larger facility in order to play that
Where
team.
the NBA team plays.
Exactly right. And so they were finding, wow, we're getting a real windfall here with this wonderful player, Caitlin Clark.
Yep. The WNBA was in such bad shape, as Ken was talking about, that stand-up comedians like Bill Burr did a thing about WNBA that nobody goes to the games or anything. And now he can't, and nobody can say that because you got to turn that off. It's going to make me turn epileptic here. But so she gets into the WNBA and right away she was a rookie, made Rookie of the Year, a lot of points, ton of assists. That's why I like her the most, really, because of the assists behind the back, no look, full court pass to somebody. They catch it like a wide receiver in a football game and just take 2 steps and put it in.
And in college, she was given the freedom to do whatever she wanted to play. If she wanted to create a play or just do some really unusual things, that's what was drawing everybody, Vic.
Yep. And it's not like she hogged the game.
No. In fact, her biggest attribute was the fact that she would pass.
Assists.
Yes,
yeah. I want to look up real quick. Give me a second.
She was the assist leader, I think, at one point.
Yes, that's true. I think she's averaging way more assists than anybody else in the WNBA this season. So she had a coach at Iowa. Women. Here we go. I don't know. I can't find her name. But she coached Caitlin at Iowa. They had a great relationship. And I think that coach gave her the opportunities to do what you're saying.
Yeah.
Nothing really restrictive or anything. Ken, she shoots shots. The shot that made the most points ever for her, you got to see it. They got it marked on the court. It says 22. I swear to God, it's closer to the midcourt line than it is the 3-point line.
Yeah.
So now, here's the controversy, okay? The other night, and yes, I record the games so I don't miss them. I want to see her. I want to watch her. I want to watch the Tres Leches. You know what the Tres Leches are?
No.
Caitlin, Lexi Hull, and Sophie Cunningham. So I told my wife that.
Right? Are they told, hey, give them leeway?
Yes. I don't know.
When they attack her, give them leeway.
I don't know the answer to that question, but I'm guessing that that is what they do.
And then I said they should let Caitlin Clark flourish like they did with oh my goodness, the Bulls player, the best the best in the world,
Michael
Jordan.
Yeah.
And one of our Vic Heads said no, Michael Jordan was abused that way when he first started in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he, Caitlin's not afraid of it. She's not afraid of it.
No, she'll fight through it, but the problem is she was getting black eyes and bruises every single game, just like literally like elbow knocked down on her back, and then the referee didn't do anything, just kept running.
She missed a bunch of games at the end of last season.
Because she got hurt, right?
Some kind of groin problem, right? And nobody has said this, by the way, but there was a play where she was driving in for a layup, and this little bitch named J.C. Sheldon was following her. And you can see J.C. Sheldon, when she's trying to guard Caitlin, her knee comes up and kicks her in the groin with her knee. And then all of a sudden, Caitlin is, limping because of it. So this J.C. Sheldon girl, this was the breaking point with what you're talking about. Caitlin's dribbling the ball. J.C. Sheldon pokes her in the eye. I mean, it was clearly intentional. Bam.
I saw the video.
Yeah. So Caitlin goes, oh, my eye. And then she walked into J.C. Sheldon, who pushed her. And then this big fat slob named Mabry, Melissa Mabry or Marion Mabry, body checks Caitlin to the floor. And she wasn't thrown out of the game. The refs didn't even see it. The referees are so inexperienced in the WNBA that this is why all this is happening. So anyway, my point is, now it's beyond the WNBA. Now it's rules. Now it's fines. Now it's firings that may happen in the WNBA because they did not mention that Caitlin wasn't going to play, Ken, an hour before. People bought tickets for that game.
Yeah.
That was at Cambridge. That was in Indiana. And they came to watch Caitlin Clark. And then the little girl with the 22 shirt on says, where's Caitlin?
So they did this on purpose.
I think so.
I mean, what other reason would there be? Because had they said it a day before, all these people wouldn't have gotten those tickets, and they would have lost a lot of money.
I feel bad for the people that paid tickets.
I do too.
All right. Anyway, that's enough of that. So Tim and Chris, we know those guys, right? Our ultra MAGA Speaker of the House, and Chris Arps, or as Jamie Allman calls him, Christopher Arps, 4 to 6 o'clock, Wednesday, June 3rd, at the Republican Central Committee of St. Louis County Open House, 794 Gravois Bluffs Boulevard. See the headquarters, meet the members of the Central Committee, and enjoy light refreshments while Tim and Chris do their show.
Hey, Vic, Leanne is on the line.
Leanne, like quicker picker-upper, Leanne?
I don't know.
Hello, Leanne?
Hello. Yes, I am the quicker picker-upper, Leanne.
Quicker picker-upper, Leanne.
Hi,
Leanne. Remember the dreadful mistake I made one day when I said, Ken, I don't really think she's the quicker picker-upper.
Yeah, and I
she
disagreed with you.
lash me in the chat box. Yes, that is the quicker picker. No, you were very nice about it.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, Leanne? You doing good?
I'm good. How are you all?
I'm good. What's on your mind?
I had two things I wanted to say about Caitlin Clark.
Oh, go right ahead.
Yes, first of all, huge fan.
Me too.
My parents both graduated from the University of Iowa. My dad is an extremely large fan of Caitlin's, and they live in Phoenix. And just kind of to support your point about her being the WNBA, I tried to get them tickets when the Fever were out in Phoenix. And looking at the ticket prices, they were over $100 for general admission.
How about that?
Which is crazy.
They used to be $5 probably.
Yeah.
But when I looked at the tickets for any other game in Phoenix when the Fever were not there, they were like $12.
Yep.
So that just goes to show you that she's definitely the reason
the
that
face of the league, Leanne. She is the face of the
absolutely.
league.
And they should be propping her up, Leanne. They should be propping her up and making
totally
even
agree.
more money for everybody.
So, Leanne, do you think it's
exactly right.
jealousy? What do you think the problem is? Or is it racism?
Yes.
Okay, got it. She answered both of those questions with one answer.
Well,
yeah.
Very good.
Yep.
The other thing I wanted to say, and I know you just briefly mentioned it earlier when you were talking about how she is the scoring leader for both men and women,
yes.
Or women and men. And I would just respectfully request that you stop comparing her to any male player. because then that gives credence to being comparable to men. If Pistol Pete had been on Caitlin Clark's Iowa team, he would have totally demolished her records. If she had been on Pistol Pete's team, she would have set the bench. And that's the truth.
Let me also say that if Pistol Pete had the three-point line, right?
Right. But the whole point is comparing a man and a woman gives credibility to that they're comparable.
Okay.
And they're not.
Leanne,
so I would just ask that because we don't want to give any more. We want to be on the offensive, right? We don't want to give.
Look at her using her own words on us.
Good call.
Leanne, we will make sure we don't do that anymore. I love her. I love you because you're the quicker picker-upper, and you're a great big Vic head, and we appreciate that.
Yes, I am. I listen to almost every day, so appreciate you guys.
Wait. Almost? What's the problem?
Uh-oh, you said the wrong word.
Sometimes I got stuff I have to do.
The hell with that. This is my radio show here.
Thank you, Leanne. We really
There's
appreciate
a podcast,
you.
right? I can go back and listen to the podcast.
That's right.
It doesn't matter where I am. My phone is also a radio, so I can get you wherever I'm at.
Do you want to work here? Because you're pretty good at promoting.
Yeah, I might need a retirement job.
Love it.
Hey,
Come on
Leanne.
over.
Hey, Leanne.
Bring the bounty.
This is for you, Leanne.
Whoosh.
There you go.
You got a whoosh.
Thank you so much. It's Friday.
It is Friday.
Come on, give her Friday.
All right.
It's Friday.
There you go. Leanne, thank you so much. I promise I will keep to what you say because I'm stupid. Okay? So have a great weekend. I hope you have a long weekend. Hope you don't have to work Monday. And give us a call more often. We love talking to you.
Will do. Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend.
Thank
Take
you.
care, Leanne.
So let's see. She mentioned phone is a radio.
Yep.
Right? She mentioned, I can't remember, but she mentioned all kinds of stuff we say all the time.
I know.
Yeah. Whoosh and how you going and all that. All right, Ken, what are you watching?
I'm definitely watching.
All right, Ken's watching. We'll see with Kathy Kaiser. She's next on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL, #1 for live and local conservative talk.
Stream the Vic Porcelli Show at News Talk STL.
Hey, it's good to see ya. It's Barrett Grasser here. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show on News Talk STL.
Thank you, Grasser grandson. Give It To Me. This song is called Give It To Me on the album Bloodshot, and I have stowed away somewhere in my house, an original copy of that album that is red. The record is red.
Oh, okay.
Because it's called Bloodshot.
I gotcha.
Kind of cool, Ken. Yeah. You don't care. You don't give
Oh,
a
no,
damn.
I care.
You don't give a damn
I care.
about the Jay Giles
I care,
band.
mister.
All right. Connor Roofing is the only place to go if you even have a question about what might be going on your roof. And let me tell you, don't call me. I'm not going up on the roof. Terribly afraid of heights. I don't know what I'll be looking for anyway. You could put me on a crane, so I would guarantee not to fall. I still won't do it.
Yeah.
But Rob will. And Kathy may too. Who knows? And so every Monday, Kathy puts up an employee of the week. You know, meet the team kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And I always say, like, the guy's this week's nickname was Stick. And with me, so I said, "Hi, Stick," in the comments, and she loves it, because she's great. So you can count on Connor for an honest estimate, quality work, great customer service, and emergency storm repairs. Those storms are coming, I'm telling you. So go to ConnorRoofing.com, CONNER Roofing.com.
News Talk STL is proud to have Doug Voss of Safe Bunny Radio as part of our lineup each week. Doug has been a staple on the St. Louis radio airways for many years as one of the leading financial experts in the area. You can now hear Doug and Safe Bunny Radio every weekend on News Talk STL. But in case you miss anything, you can check it all out at DougVossSafeBunnyRadio.com. What else do our listeners need to know, Doug?
Simply put, I focus on helping pre-retirees and retirees build, preserve, and protect retirement assets, and I've been helping my clients clients solve their insurance and financial needs for the past 33 years. I also strive to educate my clients on how to prepare for retirement, minimize the impact of market volatility on their assets, and deal with the challenges of increased longevity. Call me today at 844-676-SAFE. That's 844-676-7233.
Doug Voss is a registered representative. Securities offered through DHL Securities, LLLP. Member FINRA and SIPC.
News Talk STL. If you have a phone, you have a radio.
Yes, I listen on my phone.
Download the all-new News Talk STL app.
Love the all-new News Talk STL app.
It is awesome.
And listen anytime.
Love the News Talk STL app.
Anywhere. Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. The Vic Porcelli Show.
You know, you're funny. Well, I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you. I make you laugh. What do you mean funny?
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
Who's that lady?
Isley Brothers, right?
Yeah.
That lady. Good morning, everyone. It's Friday. Miller Time coming up at 10:41. Oh, Kathy, you can stick around for Miller Time.
Oh, I'm excited.
You up for that?
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Chris Cooper from Serenity Wealth Management, 1105 chat box and wheel of audio clips. Ken, I ask you, what are you watching?
What are you watching?
Well, what are you watching?
What are you watching? What are you watching?
So I said to myself, watch something so you can talk about it with Kathy, and I didn't.
I did.
Oh, you got to show off, really?
I'm a student of movies now.
You got to show off because I didn't watch anything. You watch something.
Right.
I will say I watch the normal stuff that I watch every Sunday night, which is Marshalls and Tracker.
Very good guy.
Talk about it.
And on
later.
regular TV.
And on regular TV or streaming on Paramount Plus.
Right.
So have you noticed that the Paramount Plus logo, dun, 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 right? Every time you log in, Paramount Plus, right?
Yeah.
All right, the hell with
And they have a plus, and now Apple TV does not.
I didn't say Apple Plus, did I?
No. I'm just saying Paramount Plus.
I'm just talking about the logo because I live for logos and promos. Right, Ken? Don't we
You do. Yeah, we do.
Dun, 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 Paramount Plus. So my dog, Sally Bones.
Yes.
She doesn't have a jingle. She needs a jingle. Oh, my God. Phantom's jingle was Phantom in the morning because I took a picture of him with my headphones on, and the first thing I thought of was saying was Phantom in the morning.
Love it.
So I'm trying to figure out a jingle for Sally, and I said, how about, I said to my wife, because my wife listens to me and then makes fun of me after she listens to what I say. And so I said, Sally, I got one. How about Sally Bones? And Jessica goes, no, because that's this.
Every door and window.
So now Sally's jingle is Sally Bones and Windows.
I love it. That's fantastic.
She's the greatest dog. I swear to God, I love her so much. All right, so now I believe people can read along here because you sent us the thing we could put on the website, so we appreciate that.
Hey, not a problem. And if you want a pretty graphic, we can make that too, to make people pay more attention on the website. But hey, it's totally up to you guys. But let's talk about 4 out of 5 popcorns in theaters now, The Mandalorian and Grogu. 3 out of 5 popcorns in theaters now, In the Gray. And 4.5 out of 5 popcorns. It started this Wednesday, new series on Apple TV, Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed.
I like the name.
Is that about sex?
Yes and no. I mean, yeah.
Depends upon how good the guy is.
I was going to say, well, it depends, do you want to start there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yes, I learned new terms with this new series that started on Wednesday. No. Do you know what a cam boy is?
Campbell?
A cam boy.
No.
Cam boy, no.
Okay. A cam boy is a young man who's a sex worker on the computer.
Oh.
So the premise of this new series on Apple TV is the woman is newly divorced. Jake Johnson from New Girl is her ex-husband. He's fighting her for custody of her child. She's trying to come to terms with a lot of things happening in her life, at work, her marriage, everything. Anyway, she meets this young man on the computer, and they start a relationship. And then things go awry in a million different directions, and you're like, what is happening? Yeah. Anyway,
Is this the
yes.
first season?
First season just started on Wednesday. I told the viewers on Fox 2 on Wednesday that, ladies, you're going to grab a glass of wine. You're going to make sure the kids are in bed.
Oh.
And then you're going to watch this new series on Apple TV.
A lot of sex in this show.
That's what she's saying. Without saying it.
Without saying it, right?
All right, so let's go up.
Okay.
So I have something to say about this one here, which is not as good. Only 3 out of 5.
Right?
Popcorns, yeah.
Oh, In the Gray?
Yeah.
Yes, in theaters now. I mean, Henry Cavill, love him.
Yeah.
He will be the only Superman in my heart forever.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Now we got a problem. Now we got a problem.
Here we go.
And I'm not even going to say Christopher Reeve. I'm going to say George Reeves from the TV show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my
Okay.
first Superman. And when we got our first color television set, it was a big deal
Oh,
at the house.
yeah, man.
Mhm.
And the first show that came on was Superman with that blue and the
Oh,
red.
Oh, yes.
I bet you'll never forget that.
God, I never will.
Yes.
So go ahead.
All right. Jake Gyllenhaal, Asa Gonzalez, and Rosamund Pike. Guy Ritchie wrote and directed it. When you put together those 4 people, you think, dear God, this is going to be phenomenal, right? My husband begged me to go see this with me, and that doesn't happen too often either because I've tortured him for the last 15 years and seeing not really great stuff in the theater.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was just a letdown. I
Oh.
mean, besides seeing Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal be Asa Gonzalez's semi-bodyguards,
Mhm.
there's lots of action, Vic, like right away.
Wow.
Right? So you might want to watch it once it starts streaming. But yeah, but it was just a letdown. And I love Guy Ritchie and I love the stuff he does. And I think that without giving it all away, we really needed some intricate love interest or something along the way because it just fell flat.
Okay.
So the movie's called In the Gray.
In the Gray.
So I won't do the same thing on Facebook I did when 50 Shades of Grey came out.
Yes.
Because I put a picture up of me and Jess, and I said 50 Shades of Grey, spelled her name, Graye. 50
Oh.
Yeah. Everybody
okay.
was like, oh, see what you guys are doing this weekend. All right. Now I have a little fatigue on the star of this movie, but go right ahead. Next
Oh,
one.
yes, you do. The Mandalorian and Grogu. Yes, it hit theaters yesterday. You already said that you don't particularly care for as many times as we have had to see Pedro Pascal on screen.
I'm a little fatigued.
Right?
Yeah.
But, you know, if he's the Mandalorian on Disney forever in a day, right? I guess he has to be the Mandalorian on. And I haven't watched the series. Like, I went into this blind. I didn't, I've seen pieces and, parts of it along the way. I didn't watch the series.
All I know is a
in
girl that
its
was on it was
entirety.
conservative and got thrown off the show because she was conservative and said she was conservative on social media. I don't know what the girl's name
Which
is.
is just sad.
What?
Right? I said, which is just
Oh,
sad
yeah,
if
yeah, yeah.
that's really the truth, right?
I may relieve my Pedro Pascal fatigue if they make a movie, a biopic on Burt Reynolds, and he plays Burt Reynolds.
Okay.
He looks just like Burt Reynolds.
Yeah. Okay, I'm totally on board with that. I mean,
You hate it. You hate
I
the idea.
enjoy. No,
You hate
no.
the, just say it.
No, I think that's a great casting.
She's so funny.
Dear God, I think that's the most fantastic casting
Thank you.
ever.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
You're awesome.
Yes.
So 4 out of 5 in theaters. Let me ask you a theater question.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Are we done talking about this?
If you want to be, because
I do
it's
wanna be.
Pedro Pascal, and why do we want to talk about? I do want the listeners to know you do want to go see it in the theater.
Oh,
I saw the
okay.
preview. I thought it was. It pulled me in. I didn't think I would get pulled in by another Star Wars feature, but I would.
Oh, it's Star Wars?
Yes.
I had no idea.
Yes.
So much I care about
it's
this.
the next. It's Star Wars. And what I will also tell everybody is that there's enough from the original 3 that if you're paying attention, you're drawn in. Because the first 3 Star
Yes.
Wars are always going to be my favorite.
Right.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
The originals. And there's enough going on, and if there's enough imagery, and I'm always about that, the cinematography, that you're going to get drawn into certain parts of what's happening with The Mandalorian that you're going, oh, I think I remember that.
And they're doing that on purpose because they lost so much money trying to reinvent that that they went back to all the people that respected the Star Wars franchise and loved it, all the geeks like me. And they're saying, okay, now we got to do nods for them to get them back in because they're out now. They're out right now. I mean, there are a lot of those people that used to love it.
And come Christmas time, there's enough new characters and enough new creatures. Dear God, get ready for your Santa list because
yeah,
isn't there a time when you just say, okay, that's enough. Enough of the Star Wars. Is it ever going to happen?
As long as George Lucas is alive, no.
All right, listen. Call Sally Bones. Take care. Take care, Lucas. All right, I have a question.
Okay, please.
Because the trailer, and believe it or not, Kathy, I may go to the theaters to see this D-Day movie.
Yes. Called
Have you seen the
Pressure.
trailers for it? It's about a terrible storm that's going to come to France, I guess, right? Normandy and all that. And it almost interrupted the D-Day invasion.
Oh, wow, okay.
And
I've seen it.
Oh!
But we can't talk about it because I don't want to lose my credentials. So we'll have to talk about it next week.
Well, you know way too much stuff.
But
secret stuff. She knows like
secret stuff.
She thinks she's cool because she
no,
knows.
no.
We're just messing
You're
with
totally
you.
on board with what you're
Tammy
saying.
is so sweet. She just never understands that we're messing with
I
her.
was going to say.
No,
and my husband did beg to see that one with me, too. And he left with a smiling face. That's all I'm going to say.
So Brendan Fraser is in this.
Yes, he plays.
A general of some kind, right?
He's Eisenhower.
I had no idea he was Eisenhower. Can I just say something about Brendan Fraser?
Please.
I always liked him.
Mm-hmm.
Blast from the Past.
Oh, yeah.
Love Blast from the Past. You know that movie?
Yes,
Journey to the
absolutely.
planet, the center of the earth.
I didn't see that, but
The Mummy is my favorite.
I would have liked it.
And the
Brendan
Mummy's another
Fraser.
one. Yeah,
But
the
I
Mummy
like
series.
I like him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And when The Whale came out,
Yes.
that was his comeback, right? Because for a while he couldn't get arrested.
Right.
And then, did you see? Of course, you saw The Whale.
Yes.
When I saw The Whale, I said to people on the air, I said, go see this movie. First of all, Brendan Fraser's going to win the Oscar, which I think he did.
He did.
And I said, I want you to know it's about a big fat guy, but he's not the whale. Am I right?
Correct. You're right.
It's a great movie. Did you see it?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Watch it.
no. Oh, no. Our listeners have to go back and check that one out. He
Yeah.
is phenomenal in it.
The kid that delivers the pizza
Mm-hmm.
is a Parkway South graduate. His-
Very
Wow.
cool.
His name
Very
is
cool.
Sathya, Indian kid. He was
Mhm.
on the improv team with Chris. So we know Sathya.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yay,
Yeah.
that's really
Problem
cool.
is you never see
I'll
his
have to
face.
go-
really
I'll have to
cool.
go check it out.
You only hear his
That's
voice.
really cool.
All
But
right.
anyway, Pressure is the movie. We'll talk about it next week. And
Pressure is the name of the movie?
Pressure.
Hmm.
Yeah. And it's a play on words, too, because it's about meteorologists and
Okay.
D-Day. And
Low
the
pressure system.
low pressure system, exactly, but also the pressure that Eisenhower was.
I had no idea you played Eisenhower. I got to see this movie. I got
Yeah,
Yes.
I have to.
I got to drag my wife kicking and screaming to the theater.
Okay.
Okay, what are you watching?
Well, I actually took Kathy's word for it, and I checked out Remarkably Bright Creatures.
Yes.
Vic will hate it.
Oh, yeah.
Every
part of it.
My wife was watching it, and I got caught because that's what happens. What are you watching? And of course, I say to her, and she, oh, just sit down for a minute. You'll like it. And I'm getting sucked in, and it turns out it was a really heartfelt, good heartfelt movie.
They don't make those kind of movies
No, they
anymore,
don't. And
really?
Sally Field, man,
God, you got to love her.
she's an actor. I mean, she's amazing.
And she's been going since she was a teenager,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it is an art form for her, and she is very selective in what she will and will not do on purpose.
And the ending, well, I can't tell you.
Yeah,
but
we can't ruin
it's a
it, but
it's a great ending.
Mhm. It's a fantastic ending that you don't see coming.
No, it's
like I
full
didn't see
circle.
it coming. Did you?
No.
Okay.
See, now I got to watch it, I guess. I'll hate it, though, you said, right?
There's nothing but love in it. Vic.
Yeah.
It's
I'm out. I don't want to hear another word.
there's family.
Relation.
Yeah.
When you say family, I mean, what do you mean?
No.
Okay. So, trackers and marshals, that's all I got. I'm sorry. I know they say the same things every
Well,
week.
no, that's okay. But you love that premise. You love those shows.
One of the bad guys in one of the episodes recently
Mhm.
opened up his shirt and he had the Y branded into his chest.
Oh,
Remember how
wow.
everybody that worked at the Dutton Ranch had to have that Y?
Yeah.
And he did. So the kid is a Dutton. The star of Marshall's is a Dutton. So he was kind of...
See how they're
Wow.
intertwining it all?
Yeah. And now there's a new
right?
Dutton thing, Dutton Ranch.
Dutton Ranch.
I can't do any more Yellowstone. I can't.
I was going to say, and how does Taylor Sheridan just keep writing this
Yeah,
stuff,
how does
right?
he? Yeah.
I don't know.
And I like trackers. All right, that's all I have to say.
What are you watching?
Captain's going to stick around for Miller time. That'll be fun.
Yay. Thank
On
you.
101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL. Ken, I'm sorry, we are so late. Oh, my God. I got caught up in Brendan Fraser.
Hey, man, you had to let everybody know what you're watching.
Yeah. What are you watching? All right, Miller time next on News Talk STL. Good morning.
Stream the Vic Porcelli Show at NewstalkSTL. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show.
The only reason the border is not secure is Donald Trump.
We have rescinded so many.
In St. Louis, for St. Louis, it's News Talk STL. Tim Jones and Chris Arps in the afternoon.
Congressman Dr. Bob Onder just finished up grilling witnesses about the Southern Poverty Law Center scam. Guest host Larry Barons will talk to him about that at 4:20.
Tim Jones and Chris Arps, weekdays at 4 on News Talk STL.
Tony Colombo here for Gutter Pros and Exteriors, your all-in-one service team that brings years of experience and quality that's affordable right to your doorstep. Christine and I discovered Gutter Pros and Exteriors when we bought our home and inherited a gutter problem. And they've also repaired siding damage on our home because along with gutter repair, gutter installation, and leaf protection, the Gutter Pros team are also the best for repairing other exterior damage, including fascia, soffit, and all siding repair and installation. Learn about all the ways Gutter Pros and Exteriors can help your home or business right now at gutterpros.com.
Tim Jones and Chris Arps in the afternoon.
Speaking with Missouri Attorney General Catherine Hanaway.
I'm particularly concerned about the products that are really aimed at kids that look like Skittles, Chips Ahoy cookies, Doritos that contain THC. So these places are selling pot, but they're also selling these other products that you can't make any argument but that they are targeted at kids.
Tim Jones and Chris Arps, weekdays at 4 on News Talk STL.
If you love your pet, which I know you do, then they deserve the excellent treatment and care they'll receive at Pacific Animal Hospital in Pacific, Missouri, a full-service veterinarian facility. Originally built and grown by my dad, Dr. Bill Jones, a new generation of wonderful veterinarians and staff at Pacific continue to provide outstanding medical, surgical, dental, boarding, and grooming services for your favorite furry friends. Our family entrusts the care of our pets only to the experienced docs and staff at Pacific Animal Hospital. You should too. Call them today, 636-257-2100, 24/7 at PacificVets.com, PacificVets.com.
Fox News Commentary with Will Kane. Next.
My doctor said I could use something called a biosimilar. Then she told me what it is.
A biosimilar is a type of biologic medication. Just like brand name drugs have generic versions, original biologics can have biosimilars.
So I asked what the benefits are and if they work the same.
Biosimilars have the same safety, effectiveness, and quality as the original biologic. They also offer more medication options at potentially more competitive prices.
My doctor said I could learn more at fda.gov/biosimilars.
Here's Will Kane.
The Late Show truly was iconic. And was is the important word. Was is the operative thinking piece of this headline. Because there was a time that The Tonight Show, The Late Show, all had outsized influence. They all mattered. And I would argue not exclusively because of the personalities chosen to lead those institutions. There are other influences at play in the decline of influence of late-night television. But in no small part, personalities like Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel have made that entire genre worthless. And I truly mean worthless.
For more commentary like this, go to foxnewspodcast.com.
Talk lines are open now. at 314-912-1019.
Hi, this is Joe DeVito, and you're listening to Vic and Ken on 1019 and 94.1 News Talk STL, and I'm completely nude.
Jim Florentine was on Gutfeld last night. He never looks happy. He doesn't sound happy when he does the thing for
Well, that
us.
was Joe DeVito there.
I know.
Oh.
But Joe DeVito comes from Gutfeld.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, this is Jim Florentine. You listen to Vic and Ken doing big look aside. All right, Ken. I believe it's time for Miller Time.
Welcome to Miller Time.
Uh-oh. I don't know what happened.
Welcome to Miller Time.
It's Miller Time.
Miller Time.
Miller Time.
Miller Time.
Miller Time.
I'll say it again. You have no idea what went into making that intro you just heard. It's part of the beginning, connected to part of the end, and it's seamless. I taught him everything he knows. No,
He did.
No, I did not. It's Miller Time. Time to hear from Stephen Miller, White House advisor, and sometimes deputy. I don't know who the deputy chief of staff is. Somebody different every day.
Yeah.
You know? I thought he was. And
Right.
then somebody else is. And somebody's going to take over if Susie Wiles has to be, have surgery on her cancer and stuff.
Exactly right.
Okay. All right, Kenny, what are we listening to first here?
We've got, of course, Stephen Miller talking. Iran has a binary choice: agree to move forward or face nuclear or face problems because of your nuclear bomb wish. that you have.
Yikes. Ken, give me a Miller.
Miller Time.
He's made it very clear. It's what they call a binary choice to the remainders, those who are left, those who have taken the place of the regime that was decapitated and the regime that was replaced. This new team in Iran has a choice to make. They can either agree to a piece of paper that is satisfactory to the United States, or they can face a punishment from our military, the likes of which has not been seen in modern history. That's the choice that they face.
That's the choice that they face. I think that President Trump is doing something. I don't think he's doing nothing. And I think he's got it all figured out, right?
Yeah, President Trump just doesn't want to kill people. That's the thing.
Yeah. So doesn't Memorial Day feel like not the time to do that?
Yeah.
I think it's going to happen on Memorial Day. That's just my thought.
Wow.
Just my strategic mind.
Okay, your strategery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have said, Kathy KAISER, who sticks with us on this last break, we love that, that President Trump right now is following Michael Corleone's rule of keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and to think he's not doing anything, to think that there's not a strategic plan in place.
Yeah.
No, there's something strategic
He
going on.
He really plays 4 or 5D chess. All right, Ken, what's our next one about here?
All right, President Trump has enforced the non-proliferation principle of the United States. Iran leadership has been destroyed, and they have been.
All right, Ken, give me a Miller.
All right, Vic.
All right.
Miller Time.
And it's very important to remember, as we sit here tonight, that Iran has already paid, its regime has already paid the steepest of prices in the form of a crushing and complete military defeat for its pursuit of a nuclear weapon. In other words, President Trump has enforced the non-proliferation principle of the United States with raw American might, sending a message not only to the Iranian regime, sending a message not only to the IRGC, but to the whole world, to anyone who would think of doing the same.
Raw American might. You say it.
Raw American might.
You say it.
Raw American might.
I love it. Love it.
I do too. And you know what? That's something we have now that we didn't have 4 years ago.
Boy, Ken, you couldn't have said it any better. Oh, my God. I was so afraid during the Biden administration that we were going to go to war with all the pansies and the, binary people and all that crap. And that Millie Do you remember his white rage speech? Do you remember his white rage speech?
I do not.
Basically, it was white people suck and black people are great. That was basically the whole.
Yeah, this is the leader of the military.
Right. That's the chairman of the Joint Chiefs saying that. I think he was a Chinese asset. But anyway, raw American might. Say it again.
Raw American might.
Raw American might.
It's like a game show.
It is.
I'm raw American might. All right, Kenny, what's the next one?
All right, Vic. He just goes down the list of all the different parts of the Iranian military that we've destroyed.
Love it. Give me a Miller.
It's Miller time.
We have killed and eliminated the evil, wicked, corrupt leadership of that country. The Air Force has been annihilated. The Navy has been annihilated. Its missile program has been annihilated. Its defense industrial base has been annihilated. So this is a country that has been weakened, emasculated, and has been completely deprived of its ability to wage global international war. It is the smallest power it has ever been.
Did we get the gay Ayatollah or not? Is he? I think he's got like one arm or one leg left or something like that.
Yeah, he's still alive technically, I think.
Disfigured.
But they still, I don't think that he's been out in public at all. He's making statements from somewhere.
Or is he?
That's my whole point here. I mean, it may be someone else just saying that because their leadership is decimated, along with the rest of their military. Now they do have troops and everything. That's the big deal, but they've got these boats that they keep talking about. No, some of their ships are still around, but they're not. They're like speedboats.
Wow, they're dangerous
with machine guns. I mean, literally like speedboats.
Kathy.
Yes.
In 1979, the Ayatollah Khomeini took 52 of our American citizens, held them for 444 days.
Yes.
And then the minute that Ronald Reagan was sworn in, they let him go. But prior to that, Iran wasn't even called Iran, right? It was called Persia,
Correct.
Something like that?
Yes.
And life was great there, right? The women got mini skirts on, and they're at the beach in bikinis.
They were enjoying their lives.
They were enjoying their lives. Now I feel like they don't even have any lives.
You are correct.
You got to do whatever your husband says, or he'll beat your ass in the middle of town square with a stick.
Right.
Well, perfect evidence of that is when after this all started, after President Trump basically destroyed the leadership, the top leadership, you had video after video coming out of Iran of people screaming, laughing, and just so joyous, and people that have never even experienced freedom. You know, it's been 47 years.
Right.
There are 25-year-olds that are like, this is amazing. I don't know what to do with myself, you know.
And the girls are taking off the burqas. They have videos of getting rid of the burqas.
Yeah.
And they have very American-style clothes on
underneath them.
Oh,
Right.
God, it's so great. All right, Ken, we got time for one more?
Yeah.
All right, hit me. Give me a Miller.
All right.
Miller time.
And now with this embargo, President Trump has demonstrated at any point in time, if Iran tries to interfere with global commerce, America can shut Iran down. So we have all the cards, we have all the power, we have all the decision-making space, so it's up to Iran. But at any point in time, at any point in the future, if Iran decides to do something foolish to threaten America or the world, our military is at the ready to deal with it.
So you have the people on the left saying, well, then why doesn't he do something? If he's got all these cards, why doesn't he do something? Because they're stupid. They have no idea what they're talking about.
Ken doesn't pull any punches, in case you didn't
I
realize.
love that about Ken. Yes.
Thanks, Kathy.
All right, that's all the time we have for Miller Time.
Miller time. Miller time.
A couple of things. First of all, our friend Larry Barron's from Power of the Future doing the afternoon show today.
Awesome.
Yeah, doing the Tim and Chris show. He's great. He'll be great at that. I don't think he'd be very good at it, like a 9 to noon show. I don't think that would be.
Probably not, but he's really good. I used to do a show. I produced a show.
I don't want to hear it. It's not good for 9 to noon.
Kathy, I used to produce a show for Larry.
Yes.
Called Power of the Future.
There you go.
He's really, really great. All right, so we have about a minute here, right? I'm sorry. I just want to, this Pressure movie. I had no idea.
He wants to get me in trouble. Do you realize that?
No, I'm not going to make it do anything.
I'm teasing you.
He's trying.
Teasing you. Uh-huh.
Let me tell you, my dad was kind of part of D-Day. You know, he drove a tank onto Omaha Beach. And Am I stupid that I didn't know that Brendan Fraser was Eisenhower?
No. I mean, they don't really give you a description of who's who in the trailer, right?
Yeah. 1944, because I'm so stupid too. Because when I think of President Eisenhower, I think of him as President Eisenhower and bald, right? He seemed like he was always bald. And Brendan Fraser is not bald in the trailers. I mean, he's got some hair, but I don't know. I didn't put the two and two together that he would be.
General Eisenhower.
Yeah.
So they had him made up
all the shots.
Made up well.
I guess so. When I was born, Eisenhower was president. He was elected in 56. I was born in 58. Kathy Kaiser, we love you so much.
Love you guys.
Thanks
too.
for sticking around
Thank
for
you
another
for keeping
break.
me on.
Got it.
No
Kathy
problem.
Kaiser from
Have
Fox
a great
2,
weekend,
Thursday,
everyone.
9 and noon. Thursday, 9 and noon.
Thursday, 9 and noon on Fox 2.
And Friday's here with us on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL. We got another hour to go here,
I
Ken.
know.
Chris Cooper is going to be answering some questions. What's next?
Whoosh.
Columbo here for my friends at Bluff City Outdoors in Alton. The knowledgeable staff at Bluff City has served the St. Louis outdoor community for decades, and they can take care of all your bow hunting needs, all your trapping needs, all your fishing needs, and more. Plus, while you're there, you can schedule a trip with a local fishing guide and shoot in their archery range. Bluff City Outdoors is open 7 days a week, 1 mile east of Fast Eddie's at 2813 East Broadway in Alton. Follow them on Facebook and at bluffcityoutdoors.com.
Remember when food tasted like home? When breakfast was made from scratch and dessert was worth saving room for? At Shorty's Diner, we're serving up down-home breakfasts, lunches, and desserts just like Mom used to make. Fresh, from scratch, every single day. Step back in time with us, where the booths are cozy, Elvis is always in the building, and every plate feels like a hug. On Lackland and Westport, or online at shortysdiners.com. Shorty's Diner. It's not fancy. It's not fat-free. It's just the way it used to be.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf.
800-240-4586. 800-240-4586. That's 800-240-4586.
KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Bellefontaine, KNBS Bowling Green. This is News Talk STL at 101.9, 94.1, and always streaming at NewstalkSTL.com.
Breaking news at Town Hall. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Trump said today that the U.S. will be sending an additional 5,000 troops to Poland. Lawrence Brooks has a report on NATO reaction.
The announcement came just weeks after he had ordered the same number of troops to be pulled out of Europe. NATO officials were meeting in Helsingborg, Sweden, when they reacted to the news, including Swedish Foreign Minister Maria Malmö Stenegard.
Well, it is confusing, indeed, and not always easy to navigate.
NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte seemed pleased with the decision, and so too did Polish Foreign Minister Radosław Sikorski.
I want to thank the President and everybody who contributed to these decisions.
Trump announced the deployment on Truth Social, citing strong ties with Polish President Karol Nawrocki. I'm Lawrence Brooks.
The head of the World Health Organization says the Ebola outbreak in Congo is spreading rapidly and poses a very high risk at the national level. NASCAR icon Kyle Busch, a two-time Cup Series champion who won more races across the sport's 3 national series than any other driver ever, has died at the age of 41. Colorado's Democratic governor has commuted the sentence of a former election clerk that follows pressure coming from President Trump.
Colorado Governor Jared Polis is commuting the sentence of Tina Peters, a former county clerk and elections conspiracy theorist. She'll be released June 1st. The former Mesa County clerk has been serving a 9-year state prison sentence. Peters was convicted in a scheme to make a copy of her county's election computer system in 2021. Since returning to office, the Trump administration has cut funding to Colorado as the president pressured Polis to free Peters. Colorado's Secretary of State Jenna Griswold, a Democrat, says, quote, selling out our state's justice system for Trump is an affront to the rule of law. I'm Mike Hempel.
More on these stories at townhall.com.
I talked to a lot of great companies. Very few of them actually literally surprised me, but Fellowship Home Loans sure did. For over 20 years, Mike and Brian and the team there have been helping families do something most people think is more complicated than it has to be. Get into a home, lower their rate, or tap into equity they didn't even realize they had. Everything at Fellowship is done in-house. One roof, one great team, all with a servant-led mentality. From your first phone call to closing, you're going to get people who know you by name. They'll know your situation. They treat you like family. They're also offering a free mortgage checkup right now. Don't miss out. Rates are lower now than if you purchased or refinanced your home in the last few years. Many Fellowship customers are saving hundreds of dollars a month when refinancing, and there are no payments for 2 months. Go to fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G, fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G, or call 800-510-MIKE, 800-510-6453. Fellowship Home Loans, mortgage lending by the book.
Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, DBA Fellowship Home Loans, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 819382.
This hour of News Talk STL is brought to you by Stifel, serving investors for over 130 years. Contact your Stifel financial advisor at stifel.com. That's STIFEL.com.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Never paint again with Rhino Shield. Listen to what a couple of happy customers have to say.
My family's business is over 10,000 square feet, and it did not have the curb appeal I wanted. Our building was really faded. You came out, you gave me all of these options that would fit my building. I don't want to have to paint my building again. 25 years is a long time to not have to worry about the outside maintenance of your building as far as paint. That's a no-brainer. That's why Rhino Shield worked for me.
What a wonderful job they did. It's beautiful. They were very thoughtful, kind, considerate guys. Appreciate all the work that these two young men did.
Call Rhino Shield, 877-25-RHINO, 877-25-RHINO, or 877-25rhino.com. See what we did there? Genius. Tell them, ladies.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Dr. Michael Lewis, West Point grad, physician, and retired Army colonel, is considered the world's leading expert on the use of omega-3s in brain health. He's also the author of When Brains Collide. Dr. Lewis, a lot of people take fish oil supplements, but how do you know they're working if you're not testing?
Elizabeth, I've come across the biggest breakthrough in my 30-plus years of medicine. What if you could test yourself at home to see if your fish oil supplements are actually working? And then have the right product, a combination of fish oil and olive oil, a perfect Mediterranean diet in a bottle delivered right to your doorstep. This is the answer to the American ultra-processed food diet. Email me at test@brainhealtheducation.org. That's test@brainhealtheducation.org.
Email Dr. Lewis today at test@brainhealtheducation.org and take the first step toward a healthier brain. Your future self will thank you. That's test@brainhealtheducation.org.
This hour, the Vic Porcelli Show, brought to you by the Trolley Stop Bakery, the official bakery of the Vic Porcelli Show. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show.
A 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough.
We squeeze in a dry hump day under partly sunny skies.
From New Jersey to Baldwin, Missouri, to behind the microphone, taking the whoosh to the radical left and the putrid swamp. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show. Here he is, Vic Porcelli.
Oh, we're that? We're doing radio here?
Here we are.
I'll be damned. All right, chat box, and we'll have audio clips on the way. And our friend Chris Cooper, well, he used to be my friend.
Oh, geez.
Chris Cooper. All right, so listen, pal, okay? Sitting here,
So
minding my own
emotional.
business, and somebody says, oh, yeah, Diane Wood, the official bakery of this show.
Yeah, well, she's also the official bakery of Serenity Wealth.
She is, yeah.
What the hell is going on?
She has enough bakery goods to
Oh,
share.
my God. So somebody says, "Oh, Diane Wood's going to be on Chris's show." I'm like, "What am I? Chopped liver? What's going on here?"
All the connections.
And then,
I know.
like 2 weeks later, oh, Kathy Connor's going to be on the show.
And Rob.
We're going to be hanging out in the studio together.
Yeah.
What are you doing with my women?
Well, it's like, that Seinfeld episode with George Costanza's like worlds colliding. Is that how you feel right now?
Yeah. Yes.
My worlds are colliding.
You just reminded me of something. Hold
You
on
have to
one
sit
quick
there with a
second.
big block of cheese and like sulk about it,
Yeah, right.
I don't know why we were talking about it, but the library episode came up in conversation, and that guy that was Mr. Bookman.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, funny boy. I almost did it last night, and I forgot. I'm gonna record. It's only like a minute long. It seems like it's so much longer.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna play it for you, and you're gonna die. Jerry has admitted that he had a hard time getting through that.
Oh, I can imagine. What a riot.
When did you take out that book?
What was the-
1974? I hear you're a comedian. You have any coffee? It's Folgers. It's crystallized. You keep it in your... God, that guy is so great.
I wonder how scripted that really was.
I'll
No
bet
kidding.
you.
Yeah.
I'll bet you it was all ad-lib.
Yeah, I bet you it was. Yeah. And what was the fee? Like $11 or something?
So stupid. The whole thing is just so stupid and about nothing.
Can
like
I just
everything.
pay the fee? It was like $11.40 or something.
Right.
So funny. All right, so I can tell you something.
All right.
My wife said to me, "Did you open a bank account recently?"
Oh, geez.
And I said, "No." I'm not even sure I know how. That's how stupid I am, right? My wife handles all that stuff. She goes, "Well, somebody opened a bank account in our name." And it was some bank we never heard of, far away from here. And we called up, and they said, "Oh, yeah, my goodness, this is fraud." And I was like, "Well, we'll do something about it." And they did. They
Well, did
said-
you ask him if there was money in it first?
Yeah, there wasn't. So. And what advantage does somebody have opening a bank account in somebody else's
So the
name?
potential there is the fraud-related item that could be if they had a debit card and then, or maybe more likely a credit card type of a situation, that they would be able to use that credit card to establish your
Oh,
buying
I see.
history and
I
then
see.
use that to purchase goods
In my
before
name?
you catch it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it can hurt your credit rating.
So
Absolutely.
how often do you have to check on this?
You should check on it often, okay? And by often, I'm not talking daily, but most credit card companies, I like using credit cards. I think it's an important tool. It builds credit. Now, there's a difference between credit card debt and using a credit card effectively. Pay your balance off in full every month. Use it to get some points. Use it to establish a credit line. All great things. If you're not responsible with credit cards and you have a credit card debt accumulating at 20-something %, that's ridiculous. That's bad. Don't do that.
Yeah,
right?
I had an issue recently. I talked with Vic about it,
Yeah.
and it was pretty serious because I had an Amazon account and somebody hacked into that, got all of our credit card information.
Sure.
And then they started to use my credit cards. But luckily, I check on that stuff daily,
Right.
almost. And like you said, I used my credit card. I pay it off every 2 weeks.
Sure.
But I accumulate a lot of points. And stuff.
Absolutely. It's great. And it's easy to use, right? Which
Right.
is also nice.
Easiest way to get your credit up too, I think, right?
It is.
Buy a little bit, pay it off every month,
Yeah.
and then your credit score goes up.
It can, yep.
Right, and so I am looking at my phone, and I'm like, I see this stuff popping up repeatedly.
Sure.
And I thought, oh, this is just somebody trying to get me hacked in, trying to get me to respond to that. But when in actuality, it really was my credit card saying.
So you looked at it, yeah.
Yeah, they're buying gift cards on Amazon at a tune of $5,000.
Oh, goodness.
So
Yep.
yeah, so
And
I
that's
immediately-
untraceable on the gift card. That's why they like gift cards, by the way.
Well, but we caught them.
Yeah.
And luckily, and I lost a little bit, but not that much. The point is that, man, it is so easy for them to do that these
It
days,
is.
Chris. What do we
Yeah.
do,
Yeah, so monitoring. The reason I say I like using credit cards is most credit card companies have monitoring. They have some fraud protection in there. They'll send you alerts, and they will automatically shut down activity that looks weird. They'll shut down your account until they confirm your identity with you. Okay, so those are great steps that you can have with a credit card. The other thing that credit card companies will offer is free credit monitoring. Okay, so a lot through companies like CreditWise and things like that. So anytime a new account gets established or there's a change in your credit report, even if it's a payment that was missed or something like that, you actually get a monthly alert saying, hey, your credit has changed. Okay, credit cards offer that free of charge for a lot of accounts, and it's worth, in my opinion, it's worth paying the credit. Like I have a Capital One card, I pay the $100 annual fee for the higher points and some of these more advanced protection measures. If your card is ever at risk or you ever notice any transactions that don't make sense, you can call them. They will stop that transaction, and they usually will refund you that balance.
Now, did you get fully refunded? I don't
Yeah,
think you did.
yeah,
You got
Capital
everything
One,
back?
my Quicksilver card.
Yeah. Capital One does a pretty good job on fraud prevention. Now, they don't do things like you can't, if you sign for something, like I was in Mexico and I signed for a charge that I didn't think was legit and I was fighting it, but they wouldn't let me leave the resort unless I signed for it. So I was kind of held hostage. That's a whole nother story. Don't get me started.
Won't.
Yeah. So anywho, now I'm frustrated.
You go. Here's the blood pressure
I might
cuff
need
right
a
here.
tissue. No, so they can't fight that because there's a signature. It's a valid transaction. You got to go to the vendor, the merchant, to do that. But if you don't know the merchant, you don't have a relationship, you didn't actually do that purchase, they will usually take care of those kinds of things themselves.
I just, you think life's just going fine.
Yeah.
Everything's great. And then somebody butts in to try to screw you up.
So they're getting more sophisticated. So I was at the gym yesterday, and a lady came up to me and goes, "Chris, I think I have a problem." I'm like, "Okay, what's going on? How can I help? What do you need?" And she said, "Well, my computer froze up on me. I got this screen, and it said, you have a virus on your computer. Don't touch anything. Call this number, and we will help you fix it."
Uh-oh.
Okay? So she calls the number. She's not a very computer-savvy individual. She calls the number, and they say, do not shut your computer off or it will become permanent, right? Your data has been breached and your security is compromised. She calls the number. It's like an 800 type of a number. They pick up the phone. They talk to her, and they say, yes, we can fix this. We need a remote into your computer, but in order to do that, we need to get compensated for our services. So we'll do this, but we need to have you go to the bank, pull $10,000 out of your bank account, and go deposit that cash into this crypto ATM machine, and here's the nearest one to you. Okay? That's the only type of payment we're allowed to receive for these types of services. Now, it's easy for us, like we're looking at each other like this is obviously red flags, right? There's a lot of red flags here, but people don't know that. I go through security protocols every single month. I have to do a cybersecurity training. I hear all of this all the time. Not everyone hears all this messaging all the time. Ken, your daughter works in cybersecurity. She gets these messages, this training all the time.
Yeah.
You hear about it all the time. People that aren't around computers, that don't see this stuff, that don't have a lot of interaction on their computers, very susceptible because they're not used to that kind of thing.
Well,
right?
Chris, yeah, I mean, I look at my phone and I'll get these things saying, "Oh, you have an opportunity here to protect yourself.
Sure.
Something happened. Did you want this order?" Or something like that.
Yeah.
Did you pay for? Or they'll say, "Okay, your order went through, so no, there's no problem."
Right.
That's going to make you press it and say, "But that's the hacker right
That's
there."
the hacker. They're
want you
creating
to
fake screens.
A step before.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
So you have to
Yeah.
look at it and you have to understand, okay, so is this legitimate, right? So if you're using Capital One credit cards, right? If you get an alert from Capital One, don't go to the link that they sent to you. If it looks goofy, usually there's some broken language in there, some broken English type language. Usually there's a spoofed email address.
Yeah.
Something slightly is off.
It'll say Capital One .IRER,
Yes,
something
like
weird.
that. It's very subtle, and they've gotten very sophisticated, but they only need one.
That's all.
To click.
I have
right?
a question. Do you do this stuff on your phone or on your laptop at home?
Both.
Because on the laptop, my wife taught me just hover over the person that sent it to you, and then it'll be some wacky, stupid
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
email address that's not really an address.
And
it's so
technically,
easy.
you can see it on your phone too, but it's harder to see it on your phone.
Yeah.
It is. It's just.
I don't know what hovering would be on the phone.
It's harder to see. You have to expand it, and your phone screen's not as big anyway, right? So it's harder to see, but it is there. And usually, your computer has more antivirus, and it will report, "Hey, this looks like phishing" or something like that. So just be mindful of these things because that's the last thing. It will ruin your day because now all of a sudden you have to go through all of these steps, all of these things to fix it. And even if you get your money back, you don't get your time back. That's for sure.
That's right. Yeah. What were we going to say?
No, I was just going to say, in the email addresses that I get, that'll happen. I'll get this email saying, "Okay, we've approved your purchase," and I look at it and I'm like, "Let me look at it," because my email works. If I click on it, it does not go anywhere. It says, "Okay, do you want to download this stuff?"
Right.
And I don't.
Yeah.
So I just look at it and go, "Oh, okay, this is erroneous."
And that's a
Something's
good
wrong
tip too, though. Be careful with what is attached to emails.
Yeah.
Credit card companies, banks, they do not attach things. There's a reason for that. They send you a link to log in to your account and download your latest statement, right? That's a security measure. We do the same thing with account statements from us. It's the same kind of technology. You don't attach documents that contain that information.
Okay.
So if you ever see a document in there that says, hey, take action, they try to spoof me all the time, because if they get my name and then they'll send an address that looks like it's from me to my clients. I mean, think about that. They'll try to impersonate their financial individual.
Yeah.
So it can be very scary. So just be mindful of these things, because we don't want to we're not going to attach something like that. I get emails all the time. Hey, per our conversation, here's our latest tax return. Please make sure you sign and get this back to me so I can file my taxes.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm not going to have, no, I didn't do that.
I get these emails from this Nigerian prince.
Oh yeah.
Should I worry
probably
about those?
probably a flaw, unless you know him personally. I would say probably not.
So here's a
it's
quick
very
story.
common.
Yeah, I know.
Banks do have measures too.
Yeah.
So like the lady I was telling you about, she went to the bank for the $10,000.
Oh yeah.
The bank did say, "Oh, we can't do that." Asked why. They want to make sure that you're not held hostage, so to speak, right? They did let her take $3,000, and then her stomach was churning the whole time she put the $3,000 in. And this is, guys, I don't like cryptocurrencies. Okay, I don't like it as an investment vehicle. I think it needs to be regulated, and here's a perfect reason why. You put that money into that machine, you send it to its destination, it's gone. There's nothing you can do.
No repercussions.
She converted it to that crypto. That individual got that money, and she is out that $3,000. That's it.
Here's what's happening too in the world. Somebody will get an email or something from Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah.
I think you're so beautiful.
Well, I get those emails all the time. That's what he cuts to me too.
Right.
Wow.
And you guys,
Yeah, it's amazing.
You two are getting married soon, right? But
he's from Springfield, Missouri, right?
Yeah. Brad Pitt wants to go out with me. He wants to marry me. Ken, I swear to God. And then Brad Pitt says, I need $500. Guy who makes probably $20 million.
Yeah.
Right?
Sounds fishy, right?
$20 million a film. Yeah, but they do it.
They do it. It's getting more sophisticated than that even. So there's now technology out there that you can actually mimic somebody's voice. So somebody will call you and they will actually say, hey, this is your granddaughter so-and-so, and I am in Mexico, and I have a legal issue, and I need $300 or $500 or whatever wired to me. Usually it's through crypto or something like that, in order to get out of the country. Right now I'm stuck. Please help me. And they'll target their grandmother or something like that, and they will actually use that voice.
Yeah, that's why you got to have a code
It's scary.
word.
Code word.
Grandma, it's gabagool, right? You got to have the code word.
But there are always little things,
My
right?
wife and daughters and I, we have a code word.
Is it gabagool?
It's smart.
Well, no.
Don't say it,
And I'm not
Johnny.
gonna say- I
not
know,
that
yeah.
Vic Heads would steal it and do
No,
something, but
I have said ours on the air and had to change it.
Had to change
Like an
it.
idiot. I changed it. I said it on the air.
Bosco.
So listen.
That's a good one, actually.
That was a Seinfeld thing.
George, is there anything else? We're out of Bosco. Bosco's a chocolate syrup
I
like Hershey's.
know,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know. You're not from, that's a thing over there. So there was I'll say gas station. That's all I want to say.
Okay.
And they had a drive-through window, right? And, can I have these cigarettes? Can I have this? And you give them your card. And when you get the receipt from them, it's got XXXXXX and the last four
Mhm.
numbers, right? Well, in the store, it prints the whole number.
Mm.
So this kid was selling people's credit card numbers to the bad guys who were going out and charging stuff on your card.
That's terrible.
Now, my wife, inch high private eye, figured it all out before the cops did, by the way. And, the kid got fired. Now you can't even do that at the window anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's terrible. And it just, there's some sophistication that goes into these crimes. And what if this energy was put into serving good
No
in
kidding.
the world?
No,
right?
I think about that with some of these people. It's like, dude, so much. You could probably be making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year doing that.
Working for the
legally.
government, spying on
Yeah,
China.
a white hat,
it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's awful. So I will get these kind of calls, and I'll kind of egg them on, like, really? Well, that sounds like a really good deal. I mean, should I do this now? Well, if you need that much and this is that good, can I double it?
Oh,
do you
my
want
God.
more? Like,
Oh.
I'm curious.
I bet they get
Well,
excited.
eventually they catch on, because then they usually like say a curse word and hang up on me. I'm like, dude, I should be cussing you out.
Right.
now. You're the slime ball.
What? I don't know. Just don't fall for it. Remember the guy with the Indian accent that calls you, says he's calling from the IRS?
Yeah.
And you got to meet him and give him like gift cards, Apple gift cards or something like that. My wife.
That's another red flag is gift cards.
There's a couple of videos you can see on YouTube because, she knows.
Yeah.
And she was like, am I in trouble? Am I going to go to jail? Are you coming to my job to arrest me? In her mind, keeping him on the phone so long that he can't scam some old lady that he might call next.
I like that.
That's in
Yeah.
her mind.
Yeah.
And then the guy admitted it. The guy admitted what he's doing, starts hitting on her. You know what I mean?
Oh, jeez.
So they're not too serious even about doing the bad guy stuff.
Gosh, that's terrible.
All right, can I play something from here for
Yeah,
for Chris?
Oh, what do we got?
Oh, we got something I think you might like. We were talking
Well, I'm
about.
glad you're here so we can get this all straightened out. Would you like a cup of tea?
You got any coffee?
Coffee?
Yeah, coffee.
You got to have the Facebook.
I thought I did.
Oh, I was listening to it. I heard it. It was Bookman.
It was Bookman. I'm going to play the Bookman in a second. What could I possibly have open here?
Your Facebook.
Nope, it was Fox News. Because I already closed the Facebook before I did it. All right, let's go back to this. This guy is incredible. I think this was ad-libbed, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'm glad you're here so we can get this all straightened out. Would you like a cup of tea?
You got any coffee?
Coffee?
Yeah, coffee.
No, I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, you don't drink coffee? How about instant coffee?
No, I don't have.
You don't have any instant coffee?
Well, I don't normally.
Who doesn't have instant coffee?
I don't.
You buy a jar of Folgers Crystals, you put it in a cupboard, you forget about it. And later on, when you need it, it's there. It lasts forever. It's freeze-dried. Freeze-dried crystals.
Really, I'll have to remember that.
You took this book out in 1971.
Yes, and I returned it in 1971.
Yeah, 71. That was my first year on the job. Bad year for libraries.
Good grief. Bad year
Hippies
for
burning
libraries.
library cards. Abby Hoffman telling everybody to steal books. I don't judge a man by the length of his hair or the kind of music he listens to. Rock was never my bag. But you put on a pair of shoes when you walk into the New York Public Library, fella.
Look, Mr. Bookman.
All right, it's too long to play the
And
whole
his
thing.
name's Bookman.
Right. Now this guy, he's died not too long ago, and he.
You remember the book?
What book?
What the book
Jerry's
they're talking
book?
about?
I
Yeah.
don't. What is it?
I want to say it was Tropic of Cancer,
That's
and
so
I'm just doing it based on a memory, and I don't know why I remember it.
The guy
But-
who plays Mr. Bookman was in, and I recommend this movie, not with the kids. Bad Words. Bad Words? Is that what it's called? I think it's called.
That is a movie. Yeah.
Jason Bateman plays a guy who never got to be in the spelling bee when he was in school.
Yes, that is the movie. It's pretty funny.
And he's in it.
Yeah.
He plays the
Oh, he's the host.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the
host of
spelling
whole
bee host.
spelling bee,
Yeah.
But Jerry said this was the hardest one he could ever do because the guy made him laugh so hard.
That's great. It's
All
great.
right, Chris. So how do we find out about you and your lovely wife?
Yeah, so give us a call or just check us out online, SerenityWealthNow.com. Follow us on social media. We do a lot of fun little posts. I do every Friday a little fun video on something different topic. I'm always out and about doing something. You're going to see something on fraud prevention here. I don't think a gas station is going to let me in to talk bad about their crypto machine, though.
Yeah.
So I'll figure out a location for it.
All right. So you're
That's
ready-
the important lesson, though, guys. Be mindful of those kind of things.
Yeah.
Reach out. And if you don't have anybody to reach out to that when things look weird, give us a call. We're happy to just say, hey, does this make sense? And I will gladly help go, no, I don't think that does make sense, bud. If you don't have anybody that has that expertise, we're happy to help.
So Serenity Now.
SerenityWealthNow.com.
Serenity Wealth Now radio show.
Yeah.
Who's your guest this week? My wife.
Oh my gosh, this week. Well, we could do that. We could organize that if you want to. No, this week is pretty cool. We got the St. Louis Air Show coming up.
Oh yeah.
Memorial Day weekend show. So I reached out to a gentleman by the name of Garrett the Ghost Casper, former Blue Angel, and involved in the St. Louis Air Show, and he's going to be on. So
That's
Garrett,
awesome.
The Ghost Casper.
You get it?
Right?
Yeah.
Casper the
Yeah.
Ghost.
Yeah.
That's so great. And I think I'm doing your 100th show with you, right?
You are. So that's a couple weeks away.
I'm not bringing my
So-
wife up. Forget about it. You're by myself. All right, Chris, you know we love you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Thanks, Chris.
We got a blood pressure cuff right there if you want to check your blood pressure.
I'm okay. We got out of the Mexico conversation.
Ken went up to E2 on the machine. I already saw that before, so he's in bad shape. All right. Chat box, I believe, is next, Ken, right?
Yes.
On News Talk STL, we're celebrating our 5th anniversary, the same year that the country celebrates its semi-quincentennial, Ken.
Yes.
Yeah. So join us. We'll be right back.
It's Friday!
Watch us on our live stream using Rumble, Facebook, and Twitter. Vic and Ken. Vic smokes cigarettes. Ken smokes briskets. The Vic Porcelli Show on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL. St. Louis's place to talk.
Freedom of speech is one of the anchors of our society.
News Talk STL.
Hey, it's Vic Porcelli. We're sitting here with our great friend, Chris Cooper. Hi, Chris.
What's going on, Vic? How are you?
I hear you wrote another book. This one's an e-book. Is that right?
The Business Owner's Playbook for Financial Clarity. So it is a great book for entrepreneurs. It's a very short guide. Give people, business owners, the ability to understand key questions that are important, such as succession planning, legacy planning, getting the IRS out of our pockets, right? Because do you like paying taxes?
I do not.
I don't think anybody likes paying taxes, right? That just makes sense. And then always talking about protection. And then the other thing from a business owner perspective, what is the biggest asset a business owner has? Probably their business itself, right? We need to make sure we understand what the value of that business is as well.
So this new book, I'm sure, is incredibly expensive, right? How much?
No, it's a free resource.
Oh, it's free.
We provide guidance, we provide education because we want to make sure people feel educated and understanding because sometimes you don't know what questions to ask, and we need to make sure we help arm people with information to ask the right question.
Reach out to Chris and Stacy today at SerenityWealthNow.com.
Investment advice offered through Fortis Capital Advisors, LLC.
Missouri's laws are clear. Unregulated gaming devices are illegal. Companies have been telling businesses that gray market machines are legal. That's wrong. Don't be scammed. If you have these devices at your business, you could be subject to criminal and civil penalties. Unplug and remove these devices today.
If you've been approached to host illegal gaming machines, call now 800-523-1434 or visit ago.mo.gov. Sponsored by the Attorney General's Office.
All the information I need on the drive to work.
Like Ferguson in the morning, I keep it on throughout the day, whether it's local, national, or something big that's happening overseas.
News, analysis, and opinion. St. Louis is #1 for conservative talk. News Talk STL.
Whoosh. Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. The Vic Porcelli Show.
Never rat on your friends and always keep your mouth shut.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
Hi, everybody. I'm Vic. He's Ken. Chris Cooper. Great guy.
Awesome.
And I'm telling you.
And I love the cross-pollination that he does with all of our friends.
Yeah, I don't. Not the women. I don't know what my wife's doing this weekend. She could be riding up there and hanging out with him in the studio.
Why not, man? It'd be fun.
God almighty. All right, Kenny, come on. Let's get going here. Stop screwing around. Let's do the chat box. Start in Rumble this morning. PMS says, good morning, Patriots. Hey, it's good to see ya.
Oh.
Hey, it's good to see ya.
Most data centers use recirculating water. Okay, I learned that, all right? I didn't know it at the time. What?
Closed loop.
Deuce again. Ed's two. The late start into Rumble is aggravating. I missed the beginning. There has to be a fix. All right, seriously, we got to figure out what's going on with the stream.
I know.
We got to be there.
Be there.
Right from the beginning.
Right there. Okay. Yep.
Well, anyway, I pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America. No fair election.
No peace.
No fair terror.
No peace.
No fair chat box.
No peace.
President, the Senate dude Thune is getting on my nerves. Donald John Grover, Cleveland Trump.
Yeah, big time.
I just opened the stage door for you. Have at it, buddy. Oh, Ed. That was from PMS to Ed. Got it. Good morning, all you beautiful, mega, ultra patriotic, the pull over garbage into degenerate, feeding, fighting, God, freaking, thinking, where's Whoosh?
Whoosh.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Hey, it's Friday.
Hey, it's Friday.
It's Friday!
Is there no evaporation if a closed system doesn't... I can't talk science! You know what I hate? I hate in the feed when there's a video called physics. And they show you how physics does that. I hate physics. I hate it. Like the.
So don't watch it.
Yeah, I understand. God, you're such a. All right. So you know the 5 balls on the string, and you pull one, and then they go back and forth forever, I guess?
Inertia, yeah.
Inertia?
Yeah.
That's what that is?
Yeah.
What are you, a physicist?
The transference of energy.
Stop it now! Why isn't anyone asking about the amount of acreage needed for this data center?
Well,
Land
yeah,
use?
for example, just to give you an example, Ballpark Village and Busch Stadium take up about 20 to 30 acres. The thing that they're talking about with Amazon and the other facility out in central Missouri, 2,000 acres.
Why? If they're talking about putting one in the armory's not that big at all.
No, I know, that's confusing, but these are 2 different major companies.
Well, we're getting mixed messages here.
We are.
I don't know. I don't know enough about it to say anything. Oh, yeah, before I forget. Now, this is the Rumble chat box. Oh, yeah, this is PMS. Before I forget, the Facebook chat box is the Fredo Corleone of chat boxes. God.
Making fun.
If you introduce new water into the system and allow it to drain some of the old, it could stay cooled down while it remains to recirculate. Let me tell you, my wife's got a bunch of fish tanks in our living room.
Yeah.
And you can see the evaporation happen right before your very eyes. She's going to film up the top, so they all go up to the top.
But that water goes somewhere. It doesn't just dissipate to nothing.
What is that supposed to mean?
It evaporates, but it's still, the moisture is still in the air.
Yeah.
Well, that's the complaint some people are having. Well, you're getting rid of water. No, you're not. You're really not.
My wife has to replace the water that's gone.
Yes, but the water that left isn't gone, like evaporated to nothing. It's still moisture.
Are you sure you're not a physicist?
No.
Listen, funny boy.
Bad llama.
Bad llama. Okay. Union input. On Fridays, why can't the chat box be after the wheel of audio clips so we can comment on them? Then end the week with our favorite guys.
That might be a good thought.
We'll bring it up, okay? We'll bring it up at the next
union meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it can't be a union meeting because they're the union.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
management or something. I
Oh.
don't know. Speaking of water, is it weird that every time I flush the toilet now, I hear the Biden in the back of my head saying whoosh? And I had to check my pants.
That's awesome.
Whoosh.
I love you guys so much. So much.
So funny.
So I heard a big whoosh, and by golly, I had to go check my pants again.
You know, I got to tell you, whoosh has taken over, Ken. It's a movement. As Obama and crew said and remain faithful to, don't let a good crisis go to waste. That was, what's his name?
Rahm Emanuel.
Exactly.
Liar!
Afternoon, Patriot Vic Heads. Thank you, Allison.
Hi. Good night, everybody.
Thank you for all the videos and stuff you send me. I love you so much. At least once a week, the White House press conference should be nothing but these audio and video clips. Make the press watch it and show it. Didn't I say that?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I said that.
No, you did say it, but what they're saying is just they have to be there, and they know it's going to happen, and it's going to be nothing but back-to-back videos, like that Ted Cruz thing we played today.
Oh, boy, that was great.
That needs to remind everybody exactly where is because the Democrats will tell you, oh, no, we changed.
Yeah.
We've all changed.
So you want to hear the Ted Cruz thing? Go to our podcast, get our podcast, and you can hear it. It's just that easy, okay?
It'll be up today by about 1 o'clock.
Hit the like button for us, okay? If you could subscribe to our show and our podcast, that would be great. All Republican candidates' ads should be nothing but these audio and video clips. So easy to win. It really is so easy to win.
Yeah.
And they don't want to hear the stuff Ted Cruz said. It's amazing.
No, mainstream media will not tell you this. They will not show this stuff, and it's real stuff. It's factual, it's honest, but they won't show it.
But rhinos are the biggest problems. Dems in disguise. The incumbent rhinos have to be primaried out. Agreed. Apparently, we'll see the BP test on Ken on a delay. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Just go get the stream, and you can see Ken get his blood pressure checked. It's not good, okay? The results are not good. Do the other shows have the same Rumble feed issues?
I do believe so, yes.
Okay. If not, make them happen. Fix ours and break theirs. I hear the words, but their lips aren't moving. What? We should be thankful for how we have it in the USA, but apparently we're allowing others to attempt to take us back to a third world country. Don't you do it.
No.
Okay. The last couple of weeks off and on. All right, I'm not the IT department, okay? Kyle Busch will be a loss for NASCAR.
Yeah.
Kyle's.
I don't follow NASCAR, but I tell you, I hear his name. I've always heard his name all the time.
Yeah. The initial suspicion is that he had pneumonia and possibly turned into sepsis. God. Now, okay. I'm not the IT department. No, sir. Okay. Vic, did you get my letter that Caitlin will be the Grand Marshal of the Indy 500? I did. Thank you, Ed. And I think I announced that during our Caitlin Clark break earlier today, that she is the Grand Marshal of the Indy 500. That's pretty cool. I don't know whether she gets to say, gentlemen, start your engines. I hope she does. Okay, good. The spastic video feed is going to trigger someone. It's given me epilepsy. Broke the WNBA record for assists her rookie year. Her record broken last year by Alyssa Thomas. Angel Reese, hater. Now the feed is off. Anyone else? Oh, God. I am not the... You know what? This is why your chat box gets neglected, because you make me nutty. I'm not the guy.
Not
the guy. But I know a guy, and we'll see if he can take care of that. All right, I'm going over to Facebook before I get epilepsy. Bill Harrison, good morning, Vic Heads. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Be safe and remember why we're off this day. It's not National Barbecue Day. Nothing against barbecuing, but it'd be nice if you remembered or visited the great memorial on Henry Road in Manchester. It's a beautiful little tribute to people who lost their life in battle.
Yeah, and our Soldiers Memorial downtown St. Louis as well.
Yeah. Our favorite letter carrier. Good morning, Vic Heads. It's not so much the water usage, it's the destruction of our deep wells out here in the country. See,
I get that.
I don't know what it's like to live in a rural area.
No, right.
And this is something we need to learn.
And you said rural really
Thank
really
you.
well.
I've been practicing. Every night I go rural. My batteries run out. Most of us don't want data centers, but here we are. Happy Memorial Day, and God bless our troops. Forever faithful, Vic Head. Michelle, you're awesome. It's all of it, Vic. It's destroying the beautiful farmland. And sorry I'm working, but I also want to add that it's just destruction so much locally. I wish it would have been put on the ballot for us to vote on, but it wasn't. It was done behind our backs. Well, I don't like anything done behind the voters' backs. Do you, Ken?
No, I don't. And we got to be careful with our farmers and their farmland. Sandra D, she's sending us information. We're trying to work out something to promote something that's going on with her farmland in Illinois.
Yeah. Happy Friday, gents and fellow Vic Heads. This is our favorite Navy chief. Have a grateful Memorial Day weekend. Remember the empty seats at the kitchen table around our republic from those that paid the ultimate sacrifice. Have a blessed day, everyone.
Thank you, Navy Chief.
Hoo-yah, Navy! Hoo-yah, Navy! Hoo-yah, Navy!
Rat is in the chat box, Ken.
What's up, Rat?
He says, yo, Vic and Ken, whoosh. Now,
Vic.
whoosh.
Yo, Vic.
Whoosh has crossed state lines now into New Jersey, so that's great. Captain says, good morning, fam. Bam! We will honor and remember this Memorial Day weekend. God bless America. Ken has so many cool hats. You do have a lot of cool hats. Ken has his Border Patrol hat on today. Thinks he's cool. Right? You think you're cool?
It feels cool.
Well, you are cool.
It really does.
Just say yes, because you are cool. 5 years, I missed my badge. Being a founding follower, my badge was about... What's a badge?
Yeah, the badges they have on the social media stream.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. There are badges. You get a badge for how many times you've posted and all.
Oh, got it. Okay. David Sylvester, love him. Senator Robert Byrd was affectionately known as Sheets Byrd by our dearly departed friend Rush Limbaugh. Sheets because he wore a sheet over his head for the KKK and was a Democrat.
He's like a grand poobah of some sort for the stupid KKK.
That was the Grand Poobah, I think, was the Water Buffalo Lodge. Flintstones.
It was.
Good morning, freedom fighters. Good morning, Vic Heads from Holbrook, Arizona. Our friend Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Whoosh.
Barbara says, whoosh. Enjoyed that. I enjoyed What the Fluff episode yesterday, Vic and Ken. I know you don't cuss on this here radio.
What the?
Oh, what the? Yeah. That's our new feature. We'll clean it up, try to get not clean it up from dirty words, just, production-wise. That's your job.
Yeah.
Never heard this guy before, Ken. Jason Gretschel.
Hey, how you doing?
Yo, Vic Porcelli, I like the Tracker, but Marshall's is just okay. I think I agree with that. I like Trackers more than... I might just be having Yellowstone fatigue. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit?
Everything is everything.
A little bit.
Caitlin Clark will be the Grand Marshal. And we finish up with Ultra Mega dishwashing liquid joy.
Oh, okay.
Hey, how you doing?
Happy Friday, ladies and gents and gentle cats. It's nice to see the Facebook chat box today. I'm home. I couldn't find it yesterday, so I was forced to post on Rumble. Chat box. I was forced to go on Rumble.
That's funny.
Yeah. Have a great holiday weekend. Never forget the sacrifice that was made. I also want to give my condolences to the Kyle Busch family on their loss.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys very much.
Shut up.
Oh, yourself.
Shut
you know what?
your
You
face.
shut up too. You too. All right. Wheel of Audio Clips is next on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL, celebrating 5 years. Just happens to be in the same year of the sesquiquincentennial or semi-sesquicentennial. I think either are accepted in a court of law.
Yes.
That's coming up next. Stick around.
For the United States of America.
Watch us on our live stream using Rumble, Facebook, and Twitter. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show.
How dare you?
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
On the next
Larry Connors USA.
With Larry Connors USA, you get news, analysis, opinion, and education.
Larry Connors USA. Now weeknights 6 until 8 on News Talk STL.
Concerned about the condition of your windows driving up your energy bills? I was too. Until I called STL Windows and Doors. Call today for your free in-home estimate and start saving tomorrow. 314-277-5952 or stlwindowsanddoors.com.
Mother's Day is almost here, and Anthony's Produce has everything you need to make it special. We're blooming this season with locally grown flowers, gorgeous hanging baskets, colorful bedding plants, and stunning flowering pots. Plus, our huge selection of rare tropical plants is sure to impress. And don't forget Mom's sweet side. Treat her to a fresh fruit bouquet or indulgent chocolate-covered strawberries. Our shelves are stocked with the best produce in town, too. Anthony's Produce. Open 7 days a week, 7 to 5. On Jungerman Road or at anthonysproduce.com.
Ronald Reagan once famously said, "Government is not the solution, government is the problem." When it comes to economic growth, government can be a roadblock. With red tape, regulations, and subsidies, government stifles entrepreneurship and also props up businesses that deserve to go under. Unlike government, free markets encourage risk-taking, freedom to succeed or fail. Governments shouldn't be picking winners and losers, the market should. Free markets benefit the business owner and the customer by encouraging competition. Free market enabled a young man named J.C. Hall selling picture postcards in Kansas City to turn his idea into Hallmark cards. In St. Louis, the free market made it possible for Adolphus Busch to turn his father-in-law's local beer into the world's largest brewery. A free market also means you get to send your kids to the school of your choice. Learn more about free markets at showmeinstitute.org. The Show Me Minute has been brought to you by Show Me Institute and Show Me Opportunity.
The Vic Porcelli Show. Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
On my ride home every day from the radio station, I do one thing and one thing only. Listen, funny boy. All I do is listen to Jamie Allman on the way home.
That's right.
Are you a Seinfeld
It's
fan?
kind of like my ride in. Because you guys are my ride or die partners.
Well, thank
on
you,
my,
Jamie.
On my way in and when I'm out and about in the morning.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I love you guys.
All right, so Kyle Busch, 41 years old.
Yes.
Had already won 200 races. Is that an astonishing statistic? Because I don't know.
Well, yeah, he's a two-time NASCAR championship, the M&M car. I mean, if you were in the 2000s, like Aiden and I, my son and I, traveled all around the country going to NASCAR races. Our guy was Kevin Harvick.
Oh, okay.
So if you were a Kevin Harvick guy, you were fearing a guy like Kyle Busch because he was a badass, man. They didn't call him Rowdy for nothing. And he was just a great competitor. And, everybody in NASCAR kind of has their guy, like the Jeff Gordon or the Jimmy Johnson. Everybody kind of gravitate towards their guy. For some reason, I think we went to Kevin Harvick because we watched our first NASCAR race when Harvick won Daytona. And at that point, Aiden fell in love with him. But Kyle Busch, he was great, man, a formidable talent. And way too young, though, man. And he lost the M&M sponsorship because they got out of NASCAR, so Gibbs Racing kind of let him go because they couldn't find a sponsor for him. So he didn't have an easy life post, his glory days. But what a great guy. And I think the last race he ran, he radioed for a doctor.
Yeah, he had some medical issue,
yeah.
and they had to give him a shot or something like that.
Yeah.
But, Jamie, I didn't follow NASCAR. My brother-in-law followed it up.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
went down there, to Florida in a mobile home, and they would park in the middle.
Oh, in the oval?
Yeah.
I always wanted to do that.
Oh, my goodness. Well, he was into it, but
Yeah.
I was not, and I still heard of Kyle Busch's name
Oh,
all
yeah,
the time.
all the time. I mean, he was a tough guy. He and Dale Earnhardt Jr. would get in fights all the time and everything else. And Kyle,
literal fist fights.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I mean, Kyle Busch was he was a rough and tumble guy. He was very well respected, definitely.
I got to ask you, Jamie, is there a NASCAR Hall of Fame? Is there a building?
Oh
or
yeah,
something?
yeah. I don't know where it is.
But is he in it yet, or do you have to?
He will be. I think he will be eventually. I mean, you win 2 NASCAR championships. He's up there with Dale Earnhardt Sr. He'll be up there with Richard Petty. All those guys.
So that is a close-knit group. It's a community, the NASCAR people.
Yeah.
I mean, the viewers and the teams and everything. What do you think they're going to do to celebrate this man?
I think at the next race, they're going to do something huge. I hope that they bring out his M&M car and all that stuff. I don't know whether or not he still has an M&M car because they repaint the logos. He was a DuPont racer of late. But because he found a sponsor, but that's I'm sure they're going to do it up big because he's really well regarded. He's a champ, and it's sad, man. He's only 41 years old.
41. Wow.
I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah. So, is it NASCAR or Indy racing that you drink the milk when you win?
Oh, that would be NASCAR. That would be NASCAR.
Do you know how that started? Why they drink milk?
I think because milk was a sponsor.
Good for your bones.
Yeah,
okay,
milk.
yeah.
I mean, hey, listen, NASCAR is great because they are unabashed capitalists.
Yeah.
So they have sponsorships all over the place.
Everywhere.
Everybody's got stickers on their uniforms. I mean, listen, I don't know whether I'd want baseball to be like that, but you know what? These guys didn't care. It was like sponsorship.
Has it hurt the sport?
No, it's great, man.
Yeah.
It keeps it alive.
Yeah.
Money.
In fact, it's part of the personality now.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So it's and then the Indy car is just open axle, so it's different vibe.
So I have to ask the stupid questions because I don't know. Kyle Busch, his last name is spelled like Bush. Beer.
Yeah.
Is he related? Is that the same family?
No.
Nothing.
I think he's related to Kurt though, who's another NASCAR racer. I don't know what their relationship is. I thought when I was young, I thought they were brothers at one point. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. But Kurt Busch is another racer.
I think he is brother.
Yeah, I think it's
what I read recently.
Yeah. And so Kyle, so that's the thing is Kyle was more like the Goofus and Gallant.
Yes, in the Highlights magazine.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So Kyle was like Goofus,
right.
and Kurt was like Gallant. It was pretty funny.
Goofus says, "Grandma, give me that milk." Gallant says, "Grandma, may I have a glass of milk?" And then after the strip is over, Goofus takes Gallant outside and beats the crap out of him in the yard. Right?
Yeah, man.
Right.
Highlights magazine.
Timber Toes. Timber Toes.
Oh, yeah.
Highlights
yeah,
magazine.
all that stuff. Yeah.
God. All right, Jamie.
All right, guys.
So listen, I appreciate it because I if I don't know something, I just say I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about something. I mean, I know I heard the name, like Ken said, Kyle Busch. Matter of fact, when I heard Kyle Busch died, I was like, oh, my God, is he old? Is he young? I had no idea.
Yeah.
You know?
And I still don't know how it happened. I think he was ill, and it was a sinus infection at
He
first.
collapsed or something.
Yeah.
Like sinus. You said sinus.
Yeah, sinus. That's what he got the shots for during the last race when he radioed in. But those things can turn into bad things, like infections that create, you go septic or whatever. That can happen.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I'm sorry, one more thing.
Columbo.
Dale. All right, ma'am, I got one more thing. One more question.
Hey, by the way.
Yeah.
Dale Earnhardt Sr.
Yeah.
We talked about it earlier. We worked with a guy named Dave Jones, who was a huge NASCAR fan, and he used to go to the Daytona 500 every year.
Yeah.
And he was in the crowd the day that Dale Earnhardt
yeah.
smashed into the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I got to tell you, nobody knew it. Nobody in the stands knew it because it wasn't a fiery flip-over crash.
It was literally just a bump in just the right place. And they've since actually changed the way they do cars now, so that wouldn't happen again. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
I was just blown away that I didn't feel so bad not knowing that it was that bad.
Yeah.
When the crowd who were huge fans didn't know.
Yeah,
either,
and now there are a ton more crashes though, so it's going to be hard because they are always try to figure out ways to lighten up the cars.
Yeah.
And so in lightening up the cars, now you just like Bubba Wallace did this the other day, where he just kind of bumped somebody, and it created like a 24 car. Crash up because these cars are so light now. You just bump them a little bit and they'll fly across the track.
Is that legal? What he did?
Yeah, it's legal. Yeah, I mean, sometimes if you can't like crash into somebody, but sometimes they'll bump each other. They'll kind of bump each other a little bit. But now doing that, you can put the entire race in peril and lives in peril now because the cars are so darn light now.
Well, I've seen those cars do like a pit maneuver.
Yeah.
And then when they get out of the car at the end, they go fighting.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, dude, I saw you do it.
Yeah.
That was Kyle Busch and Dale Earnhardt Jr. having a fight.
Maybe.
Right on. That crash was bad, man. That Dale Earnhardt Jr. That was bad.
When I heard he died,
Sad.
I mean, I don't watch. I'm not a NASCAR or an Indy fan. I'm just not.
Yeah.
I'm not a jerk because I'm not.
No.
Right?
No, some people just are. I mean, NASCAR is funny because the community is so crazy because everybody has their guy. You know?
Yeah.
Nobody has like two guys. It's only one guy. So either you're a Jimmy Johnson guy or a Jeff Gordon guy. And Jeff Gordon, they always talked about him being like the Keith Urban of NASCAR because he was a pretty boy, you know. So people it's funny.
It's just like the Yankees and the Mets in New York. You're not allowed to like them both.
Yeah.
Who was the cowboy dude with the hat?
Richard Petty.
Okay, Petty.
Yeah.
He was here in St. Louis a lot.
Yeah.
And one of the followers of my band gave us a van that had Richard Petty on the back. She was such a huge fan of his.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
The Richard Petty aquamarine colored, I think it was a Torino or something. I can't remember, but please forgive me. If I said that on the radio, there are 100 people now who are screaming at their radios.
Hey.
It wasn't a Torino. It was a blah, blah, blah.
In New Jersey, when I was on the radio in New Jersey, I made the mistake of saying, all right, NASCAR, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Wow, the phones light up.
No.
Spank my ass for that one.
Right
man.
on,
Yeah. So, you like what you like. So,
right.
Caitlin Clark
Yeah.
is going to be the Grand Marshal of the Indy 500.
Yeah.
I think that's fun.
I know. That is great. I mean, I was talking the other day about how everything righteous seems to be lifting up to the surface now. You know, so they can bash Caitlin Clark all they want there in the WNBA, which is the women's prison of sports, you know. And so you can do all you want there, but Caitlin Clark winds up with the wings in the end. So no matter what.
I just don't understand. She's the biggest gift that any league has ever been given.
Yeah.
And is it because she's white? Is it because
it's because she's white. It's because she's white.
Just crazy.
And everybody else is kind of like the stepsisters in Cinderella. You know, she comes in and they just harassed her. And initially they kind of claimed that it was because she was new. You know, we do that to all the rookies. And it's like, there's no way. These are a bunch of racist women in the WNBA who didn't like her, that she was so great and did better than they did.
Well, I told Vic early on, I said, I don't watch it because of that, because as much abuse as they're giving her. And he said, well, the following year is going to be a lot better, like that. You even said today, I noticed, they're doing it again.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
They have to give away hot dogs at the Indiana games now when she's not playing.
Sophie Cunningham is her enforcer, Sophie Cunningham.
Oh, yeah.
A Mizzou grad,
Mhm.
you know.
Oh, yeah, Sophie.
She played high school football.
Yeah, uh-huh.
She's a black belt in karate since she was 6 years old.
Yeah.
Don't mess with Sophie Cunningham.
She's on calendars, man. So, yeah. Good old Sophie.
What kind of calendars? Jamie?
Like bikini calendars.
I don't
haven't
know
looked
what
at
you're
them.
talking about.
I haven't seen them
I
either,
don't
but
know.
I heard that.
He's next.
Yeah.
That is the great Jamie Allman.
All right,
Three
you guys.
martini lunch. Thank you, baby.
I love you guys.
All right, love
Thanks
you
so
too.
much.
Jamie.
All right. Thanks so much for having the record player on at night to listen to us this morning.
Make sure you have the record player on at night.
And I heard a big whoosh. And I had
A
to
big
check
old
my
whoosh.
pants.
I didn't check my pants.
Ken, thank you.
Hey, have a thoughtful Memorial Day weekend,
You too,
everybody.
man. You too.
Vic.
Watch for my Memorial Day editorial cartoons all weekend. They'll be on Facebook. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Is your retirement income at risk if you or your spouse needs nursing home or in-home care? Hi, I'm Eric Robert, Director of Investments with the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel and host of On the Money, Saturday mornings at 9 on News Talk STL 1019. The cost of long-term care is one of the biggest risks in retirement planning. For many retirees, a single nursing home stay can cause a significant reduction in assets that can permanently reduce your retirement income. Fortunately, there are affordable and flexible options available today that can help you manage the cost of long-term care. Our team can help you address the risks relevant to your retirement, including long-term care. To schedule your free retirement plan consultation, go to clearpathinvesting.com. That's clearpathinvesting.com, or call us at 636-695-2650. That's clearpathinvesting.com or 636-695-2650. Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYSE.
Democracy is loud, and on Tuesday, June 2nd, you can be right in the middle of it. News Talk STL is bringing the St. Charles County Executive Primary Debate to Lindenwood University in St. Charles at the J. Scheidegger Center for the Arts. No reservations, no tickets, just show up. Can't make it in person? Catch every word live on News Talk STL from 7 to 8:30 p.m. The St. Charles County Executive Primary Debate on June 2nd. Brought to you by the St. Charles County Republican Central Committee, Mid-Rivers News Magazine, Lewis & Clark's Pachyderms Club, and the Hammond Institute for Free Enterprise at Lindenwood University.
State Freedom Caucus Unfiltered, Sunday nights at 7 on News Talk STL. Hear all the behind-the-scenes stories about what the State Freedom Caucus is doing across the country, directly from the legislators and the people that are doing it. State Freedom Caucus Unfiltered, this Sunday night at 7 with your host, Tim Jones. State Freedom Caucus Unfiltered, now Sunday nights at 7 on News Talk STL.
KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Bellefonte, KNBS Bowling Green. This is News Talk STL at 1019, 94.1, and always streaming at NewsTalkSTL.com.
Breaking news at Town Hall. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Europe not sure what to make of Donald Trump's decision to deploy 5,000 additional troops to Poland after confusion after weeks of changing statements from the White House about possibly reducing, not increasing, the